Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Very good evening.
sir. Good evening.
Very good evening.
Yeah, session has been started with its recording mode. So few people couldn't join actually due to the capacity. Since the capacity is full, majority of the people could not join. So let us look forward with regards to the recording, and I will be sharing the recording file on the YouTube as well. You will be getting. So I will be sharing my YouTube channel and all in the discussion. So guys, so as you all people know, today a kind of enlightenment session. So that is with regards to the enlightenment program on the paper 1, that is a teaching and research aptitude. Since you all people are aware, the paper 1 for UGC NET as well as Telangana state eligibility test examination is quite common and same with regards to its syllabus and weightage as well. So in that regard, for the convenience of the many aspirants, we are conducting this particular session in order to have some kind of overview with regards to the significance. And in this session, we are going to discuss some techniques and strategies of each and every topic, like what to prepare, what to focus more in order to get good amount of score with regards to the paper 1. So as you all people, majority of the people are going with TS set 2022 examination, and few of our students from the various states as well, like from Tamil Nadu, we have people from Orissa as well. They are preparing for the UGC NET. So in that criteria, like we are facing some kind of barriers. So please hope you can understand some kind of technical barriers on the progress. No worries, but still okay. So this particular session will have some kind of overview. Moving to the session. Yeah, in today's session, there is a face-to-face with KVS Madan sir. So I would like to introduce KVS Madan sir over here. So మీ అందరికీ KVS Madan sir తెలుసా అండి? ఇదివరకు విన్నారా? Have you heard anything about KVS Madan sir?
Yes, sir.
So you might have heard, isn't it? Yes. So why did you hear ఎక్కడ విన్నారు KVS Madan sir గురించి? Why did you hear
Author
about
of
KVS?
popular book, paper 1 and paper 2.
సో ఎస్, మార్కెట్లో మీరు ఎక్కడ అడిగినా కూడా, ఎవరిని యూజీసీ నెట్ ఆస్పిరెంట్ అడిగినా కూడా, జేఆర్ఎఫ్ అచీవర్స్ని అడిగినా కూడా, మీరు ఏ బుక్ చదివారు, బేస్ బుక్ ఏం చదివారు, ఒక బేస్ బుక్ అంటూ ఉండాలి కదా అని అంటే, మెజారిటీ అవుట్ ఆఫ్ 10, 8 people will be referring or recommending the book of Pearson, which is being authorized by KVS Madan sir. So we have such a delightful author here in front of us today to discuss various strategies and techniques for the preparation of TS set paper 1. Yeah, I hope it is very clear, right? Yeah, is it audible for everyone?
Yes, sir. Audible, sir.
Yeah. So next, KVS Madan sir. KVS Madan sir is a faculty cum founder director of netmentor.net. Sir has been involved with regards to the UGC NET coaching in the Unacademy, as all people know, Unacademy platform. So he is also the director for the netmentor.net, a mock test platform for the various prestigious competitive examinations. So sir, a postgraduate in the business administration from Haryana School of Business. Varu Haryana School of Business nunchi postgraduate handle chestunaru. Like he qualified for UGC NET in the subject area of management and currently pursuing his PhD. So probably sir's award as of this particular data is of old one. Probably sir has been awarded with PhD as well. So with more than 18 years of rich teaching and research experience, he has helped the thousands of career aspirants to realize his goals. సో ఎంతోమంది వేలల్లో మన ఇండియా వైడ్ మొత్తంలో ఎంతో మంది కెరియర్స్ అనేవి ఈ బుక్ తోనే అప్గ్రేడ్ అయినాయండి. సో దట్ ఈస్ వాట్ ఎగ్జాక్ట్లీ. దెన్ ఆఫ్టర్ హీ హెస్ వర్క్డ్ యాజ్ అన్ అసోసియేట్ డైరెక్టర్ ద స్కూల్ ఆఫ్ బిజినెస్ మేనేజ్మెంట్, అర్నీ యూనివర్సిటీలో వారు హిమాచల్ ప్రదేశ్లో గల అర్నీ యూనివర్సిటీలో స్కూల్ ఆఫ్ బిజినెస్ మేనేజ్మెంట్లో వారు అసోసియేట్ డైరెక్టర్గా వర్క్ చేశారు. అండ్ హీ ఆల్సో వర్క్డ్ యాజ్ అన్ డైరెక్టర్ పంజాబ్ బిజినెస్ స్కూల్లో మొహాలీలో, అండ్ హీ ఆల్సో వర్క్ ఫర్ ద హెచ్ఓడి ఇన్ దట్ పర్టికులర్ బిజినెస్ స్కూల్. ఎంఎం యూనివర్సిటీ సోలాన్లో వర్క్ చేశారు in the Himachal Pradesh, and also been faculty of the management with Chhattisgarh University, Sasnagar Mohali. So a trainer come keynote speaker at any many UGC and AICT sponsored ఎన్నో ఈవెంట్స్లలో వారు కీనోట్ స్పీకర్ కూడా వివరించినారు. సో హీస్ ఆల్సో బీన్ sponsored for the faculty development programs from the jurisdiction of UGC as well as All India Council for Technical Education. So he has conducted training sessions with many renowned institutions across the country. సర్వసాధారణంగా ఎన్నో ఇన్స్టిట్యూషన్స్ నుంచి వారు ఎన్నో ఇన్స్టిట్యూషన్స్ ఇండియా వైడ్ మొత్తంలో చాలా ట్రైనింగ్ సెషన్స్ టీచర్స్ కి రీసెర్చ్ స్కాలర్స్ కి చాలా ట్రైనింగ్ సెషన్స్ ని కూడా కండక్ట్ చేయడం జరిగింది వారి అధ్యక్షతన. సో హోప్ we have such a delightful mentor as well as speaker over here. So we will be having good amount of discussion. So before going into the discussion, సో కోర్ డిస్కషన్ లోకి వెళ్లే ముందు మన కోర్స్ గురించి నేను మీకు ఇంట్రొడ్యూస్ చేస్తున్నాను. సో మనం టీఎస్ సెట్ కి సంబంధించిన పేపర్ 1 ఆన్లైన్ క్లాసెస్ ని ప్రొవైడ్ చేస్తున్నాం. సో దిస్ పర్టికులర్ కోర్స్ ఈజ్ ఆల్సో ఫర్ యూస్ఫుల్ ఫర్ యూజీసీ నెట్ ఆస్పిరెంట్స్ యాజ్ వెల్, యూజీసీ నెట్ ఆఫ్ త్రూ అవుట్ ద కంట్రీ. In our classes we are providing the daily live classes. We are also providing the recording classes kuda provide చేస్తున్నాం for those who missed daily live classes. Majority of our members, majority of our aspirants are working people who are working with the residential pattern, for whom it will be more tough to listen the live classes at some point of time. In that context, the recording classes will be really helpful for them to go through that particular content that we have discussed in the earlier content. So then after unit wise content notes we provide చేస్తున్నాం. We are providing unit wise content notes. So we are providing 12,000 plus multiple choice questions, MCQs ఇస్తున్నాం. That will really help you to get some kind of perfection అనేది మీకు create అవుతుంది. Yeah, mock test series we are conducting. Yes, we are providing the mock test series also as far as paper 1 is concerned. So that is all about our classes. So our series, our class name is Purna Educare. So you can find out our channel on the YouTube as well with the name Purna Educare. ఎవరైనా సబ్స్క్రైబ్ చేసుకోకపోతే సబ్స్క్రైబ్ చేసుకోండి, పక్కన ఉన్న బెల్ ఐకాన్ ట్యాప్ చేయండి. సో యూ విల్ బి గెటింగ్ గుడ్ అమౌంట్ ఆఫ్ అప్డేట్స్ యాజ్ వెల్ as some MCQs as well on general discussion basis. So I hope it is very clear. So let me move to the keynote speaker, KVS Madan sir. Yes sir, welcome sir.
Thanks a lot for this nice introduction. So this has been my endeavor to get connected with the student all the time so that we can actually help them from the our experience also, and they are able to qualify the exam. So that has been my main endeavor. So that way we have been associated for last 3-4 years. So we have done so many sessions also. So I am specifically grateful to Professor Puran Chandra that he takes a right kind of the motivation, like key objectives, so that the students they can be helped out. So in case we talk about the UGC NET exam, so the main objective of the NET exam is to make student qualify for the faculty position. And in case they are able to qualify the JRF exam, so they are able to get admission into the PhD and they will get a stipend also. So that has been the main beauty of this exam. Each student they can be doubly benefited by undertaking this kind of exam. They can get qualified for the NET exam to get position in the higher education institutions in the form of the teaching, okay, and at the same time in case they are able to get admission in the JRF, so they will get a stipend. In case they get into research position, they will ultimately be absorbed into some faculty position. That way we can see to it that research is actually very beneficial for the students, and our main objective is to be get qualified for the JRF exam. So that should be our main objective. Though in case we want to go for the JRF exam, so we have to put 15-20% extra efforts so that we are able to optimize the utilization of our time. तो उसमें आपको benefit मिलता है likewise. So we can say to it कि all of you must be aware कि what is the NET exam and what is JRF exam. So basically, in case we try to look at this exam, so this can be taken in the form of the aptitude. The name is teaching and research aptitude. As we can go by the name, it is research, teaching and the research aptitude. Teaching and research, these can be taken as a two main units, and the rest of the units they are divided over comprehension, ICT, mathematical aptitude, logical reasoning, then we can see to it ki environment topics, then the higher education system. So these can be taken as a different areas over which the syllabus is spread. So in case ki we try to look at the exam again, so we have to focus on each and everything. So as per my own experience, the student may not be able to say get into each and every area. In case the student they have done say MCom, so they might not be familiar with the environmental aspect or what is happening in the higher education. So that way we can say to it, in case ki someone has done say MA history, so even they can be into some kind of the trouble how to get into say each and every topic. So that way we can see that the subject that has been mentioned in the UGC net syllabus, so they make it a diversified say area. Likewise, so we have to focus on each and everything. So that way this becomes a challenging. Moreover, we can see to it the exam, the marks, they are counted towards the final say marks also, so that your overall merit is based on the paper one exam. So we can understand that there are two types of the papers, paper one and the paper two, and the marks from both the papers are counted. So I think you have general say information. So that way we can see to it that the higher education has uh, becomes a very important. This can be say sensing direction to the society. Likewise, the people who can look at it and they can come into this kind of position कि they join as a faculty member. So this can be taken as a very responsible kind of the say position. So likewise we can see to it. And at the same time, we have to see that the overall scenario, so that is very fast. In case I try to go by today's newspaper, so they are mentioning that there can be entry of the foreign universities into India. So we can see that expansion is taking place in this kind of say area, in this say particular sector of the education. So that way, I feel that in case ki the student they try for, they want to qualify this kind of exam, so this can offer them say ample opportunities. So that way this subject is very important and we have to take it very seriously, and we have to say to it कि इसमें जो हमारा मेन ऑब्जेक्टिव है दैट शुड बी द JRF एग्जाम. तो इसमें हमें कोई मतलब वो डाउट नहीं होना चाहिए कि आवर ऑब्जेक्टिव शुड बी JRF एग्जाम. अल्टीमेटली दैट इज गोइंग टू हेल्प यू आउट. So that is my say introduction sort of ki how the subject should be taken likewise.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So I would like to move forward with the notification of the Telangana State Eligibility Test Exam, sir, which has been provided by the Usmani University, so that like few of our aspirants are having some kind of doubts with regards to the structure of the examination. So Garima Agarwal, we will be answering all the queries at the end of the session. Please wait for a minute. Wait for the some time. Yeah. So can everyone can see the screen, right?
Yes, sir.
Right. The office of the TS said this particular notification has been provided by the Telangana State Usmani University people. Yeah. So TS said 2020-22 notification for the eligibility as assistant professor and the lecturer. So set very important dates as far as set is concerned. So TS set is concerned. TS set notification has been released. A press note has been released on the 23rd December 2022. Online applications are 30 December roju already start ayyayandi. So currently the applications are open for the TS set exam. The last date for the submission of online application without late fees, late fees lekunda. So the last date ఏంటంటే application ki 20th January 2023. అంటే still we have only the more 16 days if I'm not sure. Yeah, 16 days only to submission of last date, and kindly అవాయిడ్ లాస్ట్ మినిట్ సబ్మిషన్స్ అవాయిడ్ చేయండి. సర్వర్ చాలా బిజీగా ఉంటుంది. అండ్ అవుట్ ఆఫ్ ప్రియర్ ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ సెట్ వెబ్సైట్ ఈస్ వెరీ పూర్ విత్ రిగార్డ్స్ టు ఇట్ ఇస్ రిటెన్షన్ ఇన్ నేచర్. సో సర్వర్ లాస్ట్ మినిట్ లో చాలా వరకు చాలా డౌన్ అయ్యే అవకాశాలు ఉంటాయి. సో లాస్ట్ మినిట్ వరకు వెయిట్ చేయకండి. సో విత్ లేట్ ఫీజ్ ఆఫ్ 1500 ప్లస్ రిజిస్ట్రేషన్ ఫీజ్. So the last date is 25th January 2023, and with the last fees of rupees 2000 plus registration fees, that will be on or before 31 January 2023. So with the late fees of rupees 3000, the last date is 5th February 2023, and a maximum fine of 3000 penalty, extra penalty pages to last date ఏంటంటే 5th February 2023. So you will not get after 5th February 2023. There is no scope of filing any application even with the help of penalty. No, ఎటువంటి penalty pay చేసినా కూడా 5th తర్వాత మీకు ఎటువంటి అవకాశాలు ఉండవు. So without any penalty, the last date is 28th January 2023. That's it. Edit options. So you can edit whatever the details that you have been provided. That is the 6th and 7th February 2023. So you can download the hall tickets in the last week of February, and the examination can be expected with the first or second week of March. That's it. So, like when it comes to the pattern, yeah. So this particular set is going to be conducted in the 29 subjects. So examination centers have been given, the 14 examination centers. Apart from Telangana, we have few others as well, like Vijayawada, Karnoolu, Tirupati, Visakhapatnam kuda set ki icharu. They have given the centers. So then after, so conditions of eligibility, the candidates who have secured at least 55% and 55% without rounding off. What is the meaning of without rounding off? See, let us take example, you got the 54.6, isn't it? You are not eligible. You have to get at 55. 54.6 ni 55 ga consider cheyaru. 54.6 percentage is not at all to be considered as 55% for this criteria is set exam key. I hope it is very clear. So in the master's degree, so the post graduation degree, that is MA, MSc, MCom, MBA, MLIC, MEd, BPed, MCG, LLM, MCA, MTech, or whatever it might be, are also eligible to apply. However, in the case of backward classes, scheduled castes and scheduled castes, BC, SC, ST, as well as some kind of handicap, PWD, category candidates who have secured at least 50% marks without rounding off in the master's degree is eligible. So BC, SC, ST, handicap వాళ్ళకి 50% ఉంటే సరిపోతుంది. So for the open categories, you have to go for 55%. Yeah. The candidates who are pursuing their master's degree course, or the candidates who have appeared for the qualifying master's degree final year exams and whose result is still awaited, or candidates whose qualifying examination have been delayed, may also apply for this test. ఎవరైతే ఫైనల్ ఇయర్ చదువుతున్నారో, లేకపోతే ఫైనల్ ఇయర్ ఎగ్జామ్స్ ఇచ్చారు కానీ రిజల్ట్ రాలేదు ఇంకా, అటువంటి వాళ్ళు కూడా ఈ ఎగ్జామ్ అపియర్ అవ్వచ్చు. చాలా మంది అడిగే క్వశ్చన్ ఇది. ఎస్, ఫైనల్ ఇయర్ స్టూడెంట్స్ ఆర్ ఆల్సో ఎలిజిబుల్ టు రైట్ ద ఎగ్జామ్ ఆఫ్ TS set, as well as those those guys who have given the exam, still who are waiting for the results, are also eligible for this particular examination. Yes. Then after, candidates belong to the third gender, in other words, a transgender would be eligible to draw the same relaxation in the fees, age and the qualifying criteria for the TS set. ఎవరైనా ట్రాన్స్జెండర్స్ ఉన్నట్లయితే కూడా వారికి కూడా సేమ్ కండిషన్స్ అమలు అవుతాయి. తర్వాత PhD degree holders whose master's level examination had been completed by the 19th September 1991, irrespective of the date of declaration of result, shall be eligible for the relaxation of 5%. So yes, shall be eligible for the relaxation of 5% in the aggregate marks. Yes. Candidates are advised to appear in the subject of their post graduation only. వారు పోస్ట్ గ్రాడ్యుయేషన్ ఏ సబ్జెక్ట్ లో అయితే కంప్లీట్ చేశారు, so they will be recommended, or they are requested to attend in that particular subject itself. So multi subjects, no one can write the multi subjects in the set examination. So let us take example. Sir, I am handling the 2 degrees, sir. I am handling MLIC, sir, and I am handling the MSc chemistry, sir. So can I write the set exam in the both the subjects ante? No, you cannot write. Either any one. Yes, any one have to be considered. Is it very clear? Either MLIC or MSc chemistry. Some people will be holding the degree MCom, MBA. You have option only to write any one of the subjects. That might be commerce or business administration. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So see the list of subjects in the point number 12. So మన subjects ఇచ్చారు వారు. So exam fees, when it comes to the fees for the OC, it is 2000, BC and as well as EWS, economically weaker sections ki as well as BC ki 1500 fees, SCST, so visually handicap, so impairments everunna kuda transgenders andariki kuda 1000 rupees anamata. Yeah, is it okay? The candidates can be whatever it might be, all those things. This is a very important. So when it comes to structure, scheme of the test, we have the two papers ending. So first paper is teaching and research aptitude. That is what we are referring. ఇప్పుడు మనం డిస్కస్ చేయబోతున్నది పేపర్ 1 అన్నమాట. సో 50 క్వశ్చన్స్ ఇస్తారు. అన్ని క్వశ్చన్స్ కంపల్సరీగా మ్యాండేటరీగా అటెంప్ట్ చేయాలి. సో ఈచ్ క్వశ్చన్ క్యారీస్ 2 మార్క్స్. సో దట్ ఈస్ నథింగ్ బట్ 50 into 2, 100 marks. So this is all about the general paper which is common for everyone. ఇది చాలా కామన్ అండి. అండ్ సెకండ్ పేపర్ ఈజ్ స్పెసిఫిక్ ఇన్ నేచర్. సో ఏ సబ్జెక్ట్ వాళ్ళకి ఆ సబ్జెక్ట్ పేపర్ ఉంటుంది. సో దిస్ పర్టికులర్ సబ్జెక్ట్ పేపర్ కన్సిస్ట్ ఆఫ్ 100 questions which carries 2 marks each, which is all about the 200. Yeah, is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Any questions?
Any negative marks?
No negative marks. Yeah. No negative marks, ma. No negative marks. So procedure and criteria for the declaration of result, again the thing is totally different. So this is all about the general description. Hall tickets will be provided 1 week in advance. Yeah. So you can go for this website www.telanganaset.org. So this is all about that. So this is the computer, the TS set will be connected to the CBT mode. CBT ante
Computer based test.
so computer based test, that is purely of online exam and coach. Online in the sense you have to go to particular centers allotted by the government, and in that context you can write the exam there. So it is not a paper mode kaadu. So it will really help you. So bubbling problem anedi undadu. So accuracy levels అనేవి ఎక్కువ ఉంటాయి. So this is all about the TS set notification. Important points as far as TS set is concerned. Yes, sir. Sir, shall I share the screen of syllabus?
Definitely we can discuss that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So paper 1, that is subject general paper on teaching and research aptitude, which consists of 10 units. So 5 questions compulsory from each topic. So 5 into 10, 50 questions. So 50 questions into 2 marks each. That is all about 100 marks. So yes, sir. First topic.
This can be taken as a basic subject, teaching aptitude. In case we look at NET, so we have to be hired. Yeah, we have to qualify for the NET exam. So that way it is important, teaching aptitude. So it basically covers the 3 aspects: teaching concepts, then we come to learner characteristics, then we talk about the factors affecting teaching related to. Like we try to look at the ecosystem. This can be in the different formats. Then the method of teaching, that is again very important. Then the teaching support system. So this can be linked with the ICT. Then we talk about evaluation system. So that way we can have a look at the main topics. Then we try to go for the different initiatives that have been started by the government of India. So we have to look at each and everything. So that way it is very important. And in case you try to look at teaching aptitude again, what type of the questions may be asked in the exam. So we are finding that they are giving us a multiple options like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or A, B, C, D, E. So they will be giving us a different options. So we have to say check out only 3, 4, 2. So as per the questions, then we need to focus on the assertion and reason question also. So that way we need to be very comprehensive while dealing with this topic. So that way it is very important.
All the times when it comes to
Then,
the set exam, sir, so I would like to add some points here. As far as TS set is concerned, out of observation of all the previous year question papers, we are getting a lot of questions. ఎక్కువ questions అనేవి మనకు ఈ ఏరియా నుంచి ఎక్కువ వస్తున్నాయండి. Like, what kind of areas in sense characteristics of teacher. So they are more asking about the characteristics of teacher, and they are also asking the relationship between the teacher and learner. So majority of the questions we
yes,
are
that is very important. So
yeah,
this
sir.
can be taken as an ecosystem. Ki what kind of relationship does exist between the teacher and the learner?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And then after we are expecting some kind of questions, or not expecting, we are observing a lot of questions coming from the digital initiatives as well, sir. Digital initiatives.
Yes,
So
definitely.
probably the teacher-centered versus learner-centered methods on a digital initiatives, fine. Offline and online, they are asking more and more. So I
As far
guess
as learning is concerned, though, this is based on the individual differences. So that can be taken as a main point. कि this can be termed as a unique selling proposition also, USP, जिसको हम बोलते हैं कि that can be termed as a USP in the marketing. कि likewise कि we have to go for the customization. So this can be linked to the individual differences. So on that basis, we can go for the categorization of the learners. So that way, it is very important.
yes,
And
sir.
then in case we talk about the factors affecting teaching. So like again, see, this can be taken as a different factors, which can be really very important. So we can expect say any kind of the question. So in case we try to go through the previous exams papers, so this can be again say linked with the different say philosophers. So they are putting their theories. So questions have been diversified a lot. So we need to take into account say those aspects also. So it is very important topic कि this actually can be taken as a sense of the paper one, teaching aptitude.
Yes. Next, again, we are finding some questions there with regards to what to say is they are asking like which of the following are the traditional methods or modern methods or ICT. We are getting
Definitely, yes, definitely.
so
That is again so very important, and this can be linked with the in case we try to link it with the 10th unit. So this can be linked with the ancient education also. This can be taken as an entirely different area, ancient education, but we discuss the different kinds of the say teaching methods.
yes, sir.
Like in case we try to focus on the viharas, university system, so they are again say very important, and they are ultimately to be linked with the teaching aptitude.
Yes, sir.
In case we talk about the teaching aptitude, then we talk about communication, then we talk about higher education system. So these can be interlinked some way. So they have to be taken in the same way, and these can be linked with the ICT also. So these can be this actually provides us a comprehensive way out. Ki how to say deal with say, this kind of the say topic.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. See, since sir, we are finding this particular commonness among few topics. These particular topics are being focused with regards to the teaching aptitude. That is Unit 1 teaching aptitude. They are asking from the perspective of what is a communication.
Yes, definitely. Yes, communication is very important.
Yeah, sir.
Ultimately, that is to be taken as a delivery system. Ki how the ideas are to be delivered in the class. So this can be termed as a communication, and this can be linked with the blended system. Ki that has been say recommended by the UGC. Ki we have to look at both say offline and online concepts. So that makes it really innovative. So we can take into account ki what has been say kind of teaching during the COVID-19 situation. So that way, the blended learning that I say becomes a very important.
Yes, sir. Few like also being asked. So with regards to so memory level, all the times they are asking questions about the memory level, understanding level, and reflective level.
Yes, definitely.
Majority of the times, I am finding this particular topic in the form of statements.
Yes, exactly. Statement 1, statement 2, statement 3. So this can be linked with the comprehension part. Ki how to look at the main concept. Ki what is the idea behind the main concept and how these can be interlinked. So we can say expect say assertion reason questions also.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Statement and assertion question. Since sir, as you all know, చాలా మంది ఏమనుకుంటున్నారంటే like exam can be expected, TS set examination question paper can be expected in the direct questions form. No, the system has been totally changed. All the state governments, very recently I was been observing the question paper of Karnataka set, Rajasthan set, Tamil Nadu set. Even they are asking all the questions. Earlier they used to have direct questions in their question papers, but now they are asking more in the form of statement and assertion level itself. So what does it mean? The local set examination pattern is also following the same pattern that which the UGC net is incorporating. సో యూజీసీ నెట్ ఎగ్జామ్లో ఏ విధంగా అయితే క్వశ్చన్స్ అడుగుతున్నారో పేపర్ 1కి సంబంధించినవి, అదే స్టైల్ని రెస్పెక్టివ్ స్టేట్ గవర్నమెంట్స్ కూడా ఫాలో అవ్వాల్సిన పరిస్థితి ఉన్నది. సో ఐ హోప్ ఇట్ ఈస్ వెరీ క్లియర్. సో ప్లీజ్ డోంట్ ఎక్స్పెక్ట్ ఎనీ డైరెక్ట్ క్వశ్చన్. The preparation that you are handling. Yes, sir. Yeah, the preparation that you are handling. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
In case ki we talk ki about the innovativeness ki that is appearing in the exams, so we are coming with the new edition also that should be in the market by 15th of Jan or 20th of Jan. So you will be getting so many questions ki can be taken in the form of the assertion reason statement and which are actually very innovative. So that way these can help you out. So we discussed that also ki how to offer a good exam oriented questions to the students. So that way I must appreciate Professor Puran Chandra that he has taken a keen interest in these kinds of the topics.
Yes, sir. Then after the next topic is
students they are able to qualify.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. And the next topic is research aptitude, sir.
Yes, again the research is again very important ki in case ki we talk about the JRF, Junior Research Fellowship. So this can be directly linked with the research aptitude. In case we talk about exams like Indian Institute of Management, they have the fellowship programs. So even they might be asking so many questions relating to the research aptitude. And I have seen, I think the student, they also reply, they give us a feedback. They have been helped by the book also. How to deal with these kinds of the topics. So in case we talk about the research aptitude, and we try to look at it, then we will see that there might be say 300-400 pages which are dealing with the research aptitude. But in our effort, so we have tried to condense each and everything in a very systematic manner so that the students, they can approach the topics in a very say lucid manner. So that is going to help them. So first of all, we'll look at ki what is the meaning, ki what are the different definitions, what are the main characteristics. इसमें main क्या होता है कि in case ki we try to look at the characteristics, then we talk about the objectives, then we talk ki what has been the reliability factor, then validity. So we try to cover say each and every topic. Then positivism, post-positivism. तो post-positivism का meaning क्या होता है कि this can be linked with the say sciences. And post-positivism का what does it mean to us that we are trying to link it with the say actual social scenario. So that way this topic is again say very important. Then methods of research. So this can be basically divided into two parts. First is experimental and second is the descriptive. So these are very important. In say descriptive, so we try to focus on कि how to deal with the social aspect. मैं इसका आपको एक brief idea दे रहा हूँ. I am not trying to go into each and every detail. And this can be linked with the qualitative aspects also. And the experimental, this can be linked with the quantitative aspect. इसका हम basics idea लेके चल रहे हैं. And the experimental, this can be linked with the positivism. And in case I try to look at the descriptive research, so this can be linked with post-positivism. So these can be taken as the main approaches. Then the steps of the research, they are again say very important. Key what is a literature view? Then we talk about null hypothesis, sampling, etc. So we talk about so many things. Then the thesis and the article writing, format and styles of the referencing. So that way, in case if we try to look at the aspect, there should not be any say जो जिसको हम कहते हैं कि प्लेजरिज्म नहीं होना चाहिए. तो दैट वे इट बिकम्स इम्पॉर्टेंट कि वी हैव टू अवॉइड those kinds of the issues. Then the applications of ICT in research. So we have to look at different tools. Then ultimately we talk about research ethics. So this can again be linked with the plagiarism. So that way this can be taken as a comprehensive approach to the research aptitude. तो ये बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट एस्पेक्ट है. इसमें क्या होता है कि हमें जो जनरल अंडरस्टैंडिंग है that is very important कि we need to go for the comprehensive aspects again कि you can expect say statement type question, assertion reason, या इसमें you can be asked fact based questions. So this is again very very important.
Yes, sir. In the majority of the exams we are observing, as far as paper unit 2 is concerned, all the times we are getting the questions for characteristics of research as well as types
Yes,
of
definitely.
research, types of research and characteristics of in all the exams, in whatever the exams it might be, UGC NET or TS set,
Yes, very true.
or the university entrance exams also, for the PhD entrance also, all the times we are getting characteristics of research compulsory question, and they are giving you any kind of circumstance and they are asking us to identify what kind of research it is. So direct question that we are getting, and the positivism and post positivism we are getting a statement questions actually.
In case we talk about the experimental research, so in that case, we should be very focused on the null hypothesis. Null hypothesis, then we talk about the alternative hypothesis. In case of research, so we may have to go for we may met with a certain kind of the errors also. तो उसमें ये भी important है कि type 1 error है, type 2 error है. तो we have tried to give say optimistic say look at this aspect because there is no possibility that we can go into each and everything, but we need to have some basic idea. So that way it is important.
So
उसमें कौन से error होते हैं likewise.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Alpha, beta.
Yes, sir.
So we have seen such kinds of the questions in the NET JRF exam.
Yes, sir.
तो आपकी जो ऐसी एक्सपेक्टेशन है इसमें तेलंगाना का जो एग्जाम है तो उसमें भी ऐसी एक्सपेक्टेशन है वो होनी चाहिए.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
कि we should be prepared for those kinds of the questions कि what is the level of significance, क्या होता है वो, उसमें 1% है, 5% है, 10% है. तो likewise कि ये क्या है कि these can be taken as a different types of the errors कि which might be appearing during the research process. तो ये बहुत ही important aspect है.
Yes, sir.
In case we talk about the steps of the research, उसमें क्या आता है कि we talk about sampling. तो in sampling we can see to it कि there can be probability, this can be linked with the non probability. तो ये aspect है, ये भी आपने करके चलने हैं कि how we should go for the basic types of the research. इसमें एक aspect है वो हम बहुत ज्यादा discuss करते हैं, that can be taken as say randomization. तो main objective क्या होता है कि in case we talk about the randomization, तो उसके थ्रू क्या है कि we want to go for the objectivity in the research. तो that way जो randomness है that becomes important. तो ये एस्पेक्ट है इनकी हमने इंटरलिंकिंग कैसे करनी है. तो ये जो टॉपिक है दिस बिकम्स ऑटोमेटिकली इंपॉर्टेंट. तो इसमें ये होता है कि जो मगिंग है दैट इज नॉट से every time मतलब we can see into such kind of scene that mugging is important. तो इसमें जो अंडरस्टैंडिंग है टॉपिक्स की that is really very very important. So that is going to help you in the future also. कि in case कि you have to go for some kind of the research paper, so you have to take into account each and every aspect.
Yes. So in the previous year question papers of UGC NET as well as Telangana set examination, Andhra Pradesh set examination, Tamil Nadu set examination, we are finding a common style of asking a question with regards to step of the research. They are giving the randomly. They are giving us 7 to 8 steps and they are asking us to find the correct sequence.
Yes, definitely. That is very important. And in case we try to look at the main objective of the research, so that is a generalization. तो generalization का meaning क्या होता है कि जो भी हमारी findings है, data है, तो उसको हमें generalize करना है. They have to be put in the form of some say theory. तो that way it is important कि in case I talk about the experimental research, तो उसमें जो natural objective है वो क्या है, that is a randomization and this can be taken as one of the approaches. And then we talk about कि what is that is a generalization. So this can be taken as a main objective of the research. कि we get some data and we try to generalize the things. So this can be linked with the experimental research. जो डिस्क्रिप्टिव रिसर्च है उसमें भी मेन ऑब्जेक्टिव यही होता है कि वी हैव टू गो फॉर जनरलाइजेशन, लेकिन उसमें क्या होता है कि ऐसी पॉसिबिलिटी है वो थोड़ी डाइल्यूट हो जाती है। बट इन केस की वी टॉक अबाउट द एक्सपेरिमेंटल रिसर्च, तो उसमें क्या है कि दिस कैन बी टेकन एज अ मेन ऑब्जेक्टिव। तो ये एस्पेक्ट है, दीज आर वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट एंड ये बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग होते हैं, इसको आपने डीपली स्टडी करना है कि ये जो टॉपिक्स हैं दे आर गोइंग टू हेल्प यू इन द फ्यूचर।
Yes, sir. And we are observing a very common question, sir, which is very quite common in each and every paper, that is type 1 error and type 2 error.
Yes, yes, definitely. Type 1, type 2 error. Yes, alpha, beta. True, very true.
So this is the area where we are getting a lot of statement-oriented questions. Statement questions in the
Yes,
form of
definitely.
giving some circumstances, and they are asking us to identify what kind of error it is. Or they are giving
Yes,
two statements.
definitely.
They are giving two statements. One is they are stating one is type 1, and one they are stating another one is type 2 error, and they are asking us to find the status of true or false.
Yes, definitely. इसमें बुक में उसमें हमने काफी सारे ऐसे क्वेश्चन है वो कवर किए हुए हैं कि you can look at all the aspects.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. As far as research ethics is concerned, they are asking more on the plagiarism questions. So, what is
Yes,
the
yes.
plagiarism? What is the domain of the plagiarism? So, what is the step that
That
you
can
have
be
to?
termed as a duplication. कि जो रिसर्च है उसमें जो डुप्लीकेशन है, तो that kind of possibility is to be avoided.
So,
So
they are
this
asking
can
more.
again be linked with a plagiarism.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. In few exams, they are been asking about the steps and measures to be taken to reduce the plagiarism.
Yes, definitely. That is very, very important.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So this is all about the research aptitude. So thesis and radical. And one more important thing is format and styles of references. So they are giving some kind of modes, some designs. So for that, you have to identify what kind of style of reference that we are following. They are giving some kind of
Yes.
style, author name, title name. Excuse me. One minute, sir. Priyanka, ma'am. Yeah, kindly remove them. Thank you. So when it comes to the thesis writing, the references as well. In the references as well, like they are asking us some kind of styles. They are giving us the author name, they are giving the title name, they are giving the journal. So the mode, complete mode, they are giving, and they are asking us to identify what kind of style it is. That is APS style or MLS style of reference, whatever it might be. So that is what exactly. And they're asking us in some questions I have observed, sir. They're asking us the mode. What is the style of the? They are giving like what is the style? Which of the following indicates the MLS style of references? They're giving the four options and they're asking us to identify which statement is with regards to that particular MLS style or APA reference style. So you need to be more careful with regards to conceptual intake. Yes.
Yes, definitely. These aspects have become very important again.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Then next one, sir, comprehension, sir. Comprehension.
In case ki we try to look at the say teaching, ki in case ki we want to become the teacher, then the knowledge of the teacher is very, very important. So the questions which are asked in the exam, so they are going in the form of the MCQs. Ki they need to say tick 7 of the answers, possible answers. But in case ki we try to look at the knowledge part of the teacher, so for them the comprehension aspect is very important, and they have gone for the setting up of the research passages, comprehension passages. So we have to go through the paragraph and one or two paragraphs. So this can be given in any format, and we have to still look at them. Ki what is the main idea and how the discussion is being done, and accordingly we have to answer certain questions. So that way comprehension is important, and it should be taken very seriously. In case you ask me what should be the suggestion to go for the comprehension, so I suggest student to go for one or two say editorials on the daily basis, on the routine basis, so that they try to develop some beautiful ideas how the society is going about. In case we talk about economy, then we can talk about the environment, then we can talk about the say freedom struggle, etc., and what kind of the polity is there. So these are based on a certain topic. So that way, say they are important to us from the exam point of view. तो ये एस्पेक्ट है, ये अपने करके चल रहे हैं. इसमें ये नहीं है कि we are taking say liberty on these kind of the topics. So we should try to put say efforts. So I have seen many people, so they are not able to say go through the paragraph, and what is the main idea behind it, and they are not able to attempt the questions. So that way it depends upon the practice. You have to do some practice, and accordingly, you should be in a position to answer say certain questions.
Yes. Sir, what
It
do you
is time
suggest?
taking also very true.
Yeah, what do you suggest? Is it
And
really
the
better
time,
to?
actually, in case if we talk about the time taking, so we have to see to it that the time is to be optimized. So that way it is important. And the priority again is very important because we talk about the comprehension. So comprehension, this can be subjective also again. So again, we have to prioritize. So that should be, that type of capability should be with us. And we have to practice a lot of paragraphs, at least 15, 20 paragraphs. So they become so important.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And the next one is communication, sir.
Again, this can be linked with the teaching aptitude. कि communication meaning है, then we talk about types and characteristics of the communication. कि इसमें एग्जाम है, जैसे in case की we talk about the types है, तो we can be asked if formal communication क्या होती है, what is the informal communication. तो we look at all these aspects. Diagonal communication क्या होती है, then we talk about कि what is the horizontal communication. तो ये aspect है, these are actually very important. Then we talk कि what are the different characteristics of the communication. So we need to look at the process also, कि what kind of process is there. Then about say characteristics, so we have to look at the temporal element. Then what is the context of the research, and what is the theme again, say that is important, कि in which context the research communication say is being say done. So these are important. Then we talk about कि what is the effective communication. Effective means कि when the feedback element is also there. So in our book, so we have tried to go for the different models of the communication. किसमें कौन से मॉडल होते हैं, तो how that kind of evolution that has taken place. So these days we talk about the social media. Then इसमें जो mentioned है, that is a verbal, non-verbal, intercultural, group communication, classroom communication, then the barriers to the effective communication. Even this has been divided into different parts. Then the mass media and the society. Again, we can see to it that the mass media, it has become say very important. And in case of society, so we can take into account say cultural aspects also. तो ये टॉपिक्स है, ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट होते हैं कि वी ट्राई टू गेट इनटू द रिसर्च इन ए मोर से सिस्टमैटिक मैनर. So it cannot be taken as a simply taken as a say, delivery of the lectures in the class. So we have to look at each and every aspect. कि what kind of the communication is taking place in the different spheres of the society. तो ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट टॉपिक है. अगेन मैं इसमें ये कहूंगा कि जितने भी टॉपिक्स है विच हैव बीन इंक्लूडेड बाय द यूजीसी नेट, तो दे आर एक्चुअली वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू अस.
Yes, sir. So as far as communication is concerned, sir, we are observing very common questions, very important questions with regards to the types of communications. So
Yes, yes,
there
very.
we are getting a lot of questions. Types of all the times we are getting questions from types of communications. One point. So in the types of communications, so they are asking the specifications of formal, informal, all the times. And very important thing, all the time we are getting a general question which is also called as grapevine. So all the times they are
Yes,
asking
yes,
a question
grapevine
with
is very important. This can be linked with the informal communication, and they have made say mention of the intercultural. So intercultural communication becomes in the important in the era of the globalization. Likewise, so we can say to it, and the group communication. Again, in the group communication, we can try to focus on the grapevine, जो आपने mention किया हुआ है, कि how this kind of word it has originated, and likewise. So we have to see to it.
Yes, sir. List of items are being given in the question and they are asking us to identify which of the following are the non-verbal communications. So
Yes,
they are,
yes, verbal, non-verbal, very
yeah,
true.
all the times they are asking more exclusively, they are much asking about non-verbal. And the
Yes,
statements,
yes.
in the form of statements, they are giving the definitions of verbal and non-verbal and they are asking us to identify the whether it is true or false. So in order
Yes,
to,
yes. We
in
talk
order
about
to,
the word, we use the word kinesthetics. So like we try to get some help from those things.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So then after again, the most important thing, all the times we are getting a common question, sir, barriers of communication. So they are
Yes,
asking
yes,
us,
very
giving,
true.
giving a situation, they are asking us to find out what kind of barrier it is. So we have a
Yes,
psychological barriers. So we have linguistic and cultural barriers. So we have mechanical barriers. So like, organizational barriers. So again, we have physical barriers. So in each and
Yes,
every
sir.
barrier, we have a particular situations. So in the examination, he
Yes,
is
very
asking that
true.
particular situation. He is providing that situation and is asking us to identify what kind of barrier it is. So in order to answer those questions, you must be very good with regards to the concepts. So that's what exactly.
Yes, exactly. That should be the basic idea. Ki they have specifically mentioned that it is a effective communication, barriers to effective communication. Ki how they are going to say means ki stop the basic conveyance of the idea. So that can be taken as a barriers to the effective communication. तो इसकी मेन डेफिनेशन है वो हमने देख के चलनी है. Then we have to look at so many aspects.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And all the times they are asking much on the mass media, like tools, techniques, and recent, like what recent changes, or they are asking something about social networks, so features, social network features, full forms. In the set examinations, they are asking more about the abbreviations, which are included in the mass media. They're asking about the features, like which of the following social media approach is very good with, like developing the communities. They are asking us the WhatsApp, Facebook, Twitter. They are giving some of. So you need to be much aware
Yes,
each
yes.
and every characteristic of each and every social media approach. Facebook have its own characteristics. WhatsApp have its own characteristics. Twitter has its own. So in order to have some kind of trending activities, which platform is more familiar? In the very recently question asked in the Tamil Nadu exam. So in order to create a popularity or in order to create some kind of trend with regards to some particular situation, which social media factor is more suitable? The answer is Twitter. Twitter is generally useful for creating some kind of trends. So, and each and every feature or each and every characteristic of each and every social media that we have to know it. That is more important, more and more important with regards to the communication.
In case ki we talk about the Chinese society, we can look at it. Ki what kind of system does prevail there.
Exactly. They are more into the social media actually. And then after,
That can be linked with the lack of the democracy also. Ki they means ki the kind of system do there.
so yeah, thank good points that you have point. Sometimes they might really frame some kind of questions based on these particular general statements or general assumptions that we are possessing on the uses of social media. So very recently for the Rajasthan, not for Rajasthan, for the Karnataka assistant professorship, they have been asked a question called as what is it called as general assumptions. They have been asked a descriptive question with regards to the general assumptions that we are having the about the cons, not the pros, cons of the social media. They have been asked. They have been given an
Okay,
some kind of.
okay, very true. It's a very good question. It should be a very good question.
That's all. That's
We're
also.
not discussing only about the positive aspects, but we have to go into the lacuna part of also. So
Yes,
it's a very important thing.
yes, sir. So this is all about the communication. When it comes next, the mathematical reasoning and aptitude, a kind of dry area and scoring area, we can say. So we can easily score. Perfection only depends upon the practice.
Yes, exactly.
So
There are three important P's ki like you have described, ki practice, practice, and practice. So that can be taken as a मूल mantra of the say mathematical reasoning and aptitude. कि इसमें यहाँ mention किया है कि what is the aptitude aspect. So we need not to go into each and every kind of the detail कि like कि we should have the good idea about all the aspect. The kind of changes I have observed in this section, mathematical reasoning and aptitude, they are like say putting say 3-4 questions in the same. In case I talk about one question, so they might be asking say 3 questions below this. One might be linked with the say time and distance. Second can be linked with the percentage, profit, etc. So like they have tried to give say variety so to these kinds of the questions. So we have to say to it कि generally they are supposed to ask only 5 questions. So in 5 questions, it is not possible to cover say each and every aspect. So they are trying to give say they are trying to ask a different sub questions under the same main question. So that way, this can be like you need to have a lot of practice. You have to cover say each and everything.
yes, sir.
So it is again
100%.
very important.
Yes, sir. Number series, letter series are very quite common
हाँ
in
जी, हाँ
each and
जी.
every competitive examination. Not only for net also,
Yes.
it's very quite common. And codes and relationships. So normal codes istunaru. So they are asking us to substitute that particular codes and get some answers. and the relationships. So A's brother
Yes,
is
yes.
C, C's brother is D, and how A is related to D
Yes,
somewhere.
exactly.
So
So
alarmata.
now during these days we are trying to forget about the relationships, but the mathematical aptitude they remind us that these types of the relationships they are very important.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And very important thing is you are expecting we can easily get 100% one question from the profit and loss as well as averages. So in the averages, they
Yes,
are
yes.
the new trend that has been incorporated with regards to the averages. They're not asking you to directly go for what is it called a simple average or whatever weighted average or nothing. They are giving you some kind of
Yes,
missing
yes.
figure. So let us take example like 1, 3, 4, 8 or n. So these are the five numbers out of the average is 16. So what is the missing figure? You have to identify this missing figure. In order to identify the
इसमें ये
missing
होगा
figure,
कि in case कि we talk about the averages, तो we can be this can be linked with the geometrical mean and the harmonic mean. हार्मोनिक मीन तो दिस कैन बी अगेन से लिंक विद द हार्मोनिक मीन उसमें जो ज्योमेट्रिक मीन है उसके चांसेस कम होते हैं बट दे हैव ट्राई टू लिंक इट विद द से हार्मोनिक मीन कि इन केस की वी ट्राई टू लुक एट द से टाइम एंड डिस्टेंस क्वेश्चन तो हार्मोनिक मीन है दैट बिकम्स इंपॉर्टेंट तो उसका एक बेसिक सा फार्मूला है तो यू शुड ट्राई टू गो फॉर इट कि इन व्हाट काइंड ऑफ सिचुएशन दिस कैन बी अप्लाइड कि इन केस की आई एम स्टडीइंग इन चंडीगढ़ एंड आई वांट टू गो टू बेंगलोर and I have to come back. So I am covering the same distance. So likewise, in these kind of the situations, so we can try to apply the concept of the harmonic mean. तो ये important हो जाता है. Then they have asked what is the distance, time and distance क्या होता है. Then they talk about the ratio and proportion and percentages. तो यहाँ पे जितने भी topics mention है तो these can be linked with the data interpretation. तो in case कि we talk about data interpretation, the first aspect that is most important is that of the percentages. Then we talk about the ratios and third is of the averages. तो ये तीन topic तो आपने करने ही करने हैं. तो these can be taken as a दिस कैन बी टेकन एज अ सेंस ऑफ द मैथमेटिकल एप्टीट्यूड तो ये तीन टॉपिक आपने करने हैं तीनों की एप्लीकेशन होती है इन द डाटा इंटरप्रिटेशन तो इन केस की वी ट्राई टू लुक एट द टोटल सीन सिनेरियो तो उसमें आपके जो मैथमेटिक्स के क्वेश्चन है दीज कैन बी 5 to 6 मतलब दे शुड नॉट बी लिंक्ड विद दिस यूनिट ओनली कि 5 यूनिट है उसमें ऐसे क्वेश्चन पूछे जाने हैं तो दीज कैन बी लिंक्ड विद द डाटा इंटरप्रिटेशन तो जो टोटल आपकी एक्सपेक्टेशंस है फ्रॉम दिस काइंड ऑफ क्वेश्चंस तो दिस कैन बी मतलब मिनिमम 5 तो है ही तो दिस कैन बी 7-8 आल्सो तो ये एस्पेक्ट इंपॉर्टेंट है इसको आपने फिर से ध्यान में रख के चलना है कि हाउ दिस कैन बी टेकन इन द कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव मैनर
yes sir, yes sir, yes sir. And they are
तो
also
इसकी जो
asking some
मैक्सिमम प्रैक्टिस है
questions.
वो आपने करके चलनी है
Yes,
टू
sir.
गो फॉर ऑल दीज थिंग्स
Yes, sir. So they are asking the questions on
इसमें
compound
जो
interest calculation as well.
इसमें जो लेटेस्ट एडिशन है वो ये है कि जो क्वेश्चंस हैं तो दीज हैव बीन लिंक्ड विद द क्लॉक्स आल्सो in case के talk about the net exam तो this has been linked with the clocks तो उसमें mentioning किया हुआ है कि averages etc तो etc means कि so many things again तो you should not be confined to these topics only तो जो भी आपको लगता है कि इसमें simple topics हैं तो जिसका आपको solution करना चाहिए तो you should try to go for those things also again.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. They're asking more with regards to set examination. They're asking the questions from simple interest and compound interest when compared to net exam.
Yes, very true.
So that is what exactly about.
And जो इसमें discounting के question है, these can be linked with the what should I say कि marked price होता है वो, तो these can be linked to the marked price. Then we try to give some discount etc. कि what should be the selling point, what should be the profit figures, cost figures क्या होते हैं तो ये जो क्वेश्चन है ये आपने करके चलने हैं and you should try to look at the practical aspect कि एक आपने प्रोडक्ट है वो मार्केट से बाय किया हुआ है तो what kind of the price has been mentioned on it उसमें कितना वो डिस्काउंट ऑफर करते हैं likewise तो ये इंपॉर्टेंट एस्पेक्ट है.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The next one is the logical reasoning, sir. And this is a very clumsy area, inconvenient to the majority of the population. So kind of
And this can be linked.
training.
This can be linked with the philosophy. जिसको हम कहते हैं कि हिंदी में कहते हैं कि दर्शन शास्त्र So we need to get to the words ki what kind of happenings are there. तो that way it is very important कि logical reasoning है topic है उसमें philosophy है वो हमने देख के चलनी है कि what is the understanding the structure of the arguments कि arguments क्या होते हैं तो how these can be defined. Then we talk कि what is induction, what is deduction, inductive argument क्या होते हैं, what are the deductive arguments, mood and figures है. तो ये जो टॉपिक्स हैं ये हमने पहले स्टडी नहीं किए होते कि इन केस की आई ट्राई टू कि लुक एट द मूड्स एंड फिगर्स. जबकि ये टॉपिक्स आर दीज आर क्वाइट सिंपल कि इन केस की यू आर आस्क्ड सम क्वेश्चन इन द एग्जाम तो दीज आर वेरी मींस की सिंपल टॉपिक्स. तो आपने ये यू शुड नॉट फील से डिसहर्टन कि ये डिफरेंट टॉपिक है तो हाउ टू अटेम्प्ट से दिस टॉपिक्स. तो इसको आपने लिंक नहीं करना कि फिलोसफी इतनी होती है लाइकवाइज. तो यू हैव टू कन्फाइंड टू द एप्लीकेशन पार्ट ओनली. Okay, that is very important. In case you try to look at the philosophy, though this is going to be very very wide. So it is not possible for us to go into each and every area. तो उसमें जो एग्जाम ओरिएंटेड जो एस्पेक्ट्स है, they are actually very important. कि फॉर्मल एंड इनफॉर्मल फेलेसिस क्या होती हैं, इसमें भी क्या होता है कि इन केस की वी टॉक अबाउट द फेलेसिस तो दे आर अगेन से इंपॉर्टेंट कि इसमें लाइक कि इन केस की वी कम्युनिकेट तो वी commit so many errors. So these say become part of the fallacies. Then the uses of languages है. Then we talk about the connotation क्या होती है, connotations क्या होती है terms की. तो इसमें क्या होता है कि we try to look at the real meaning of the words. तो ये एस्पेक्ट है जिसमें connotation denotations है वो अप्लाई होती है. तो जो denotations है for the sake of simplification तो we try to link it with the dictionary कि जो डिक्शनरी में मीनिंग दिया होता है दिस कैन बी टेकन इन द फॉर्म ऑफ द डेनोटेशंस. तो ये एस्पेक्ट है ये आपने करके चलने हैं. देन वी टॉक की अबाउट से डिडक्टिव इंडक्टिव. ओके, तो ये हमने जो बुक में मेंशन किया हुआ है तो वी हैव स्टार्टेड विद द डिडक्टिव एंड द इंडक्टिव रीजनिंग. देन वी टॉक अबाउट वेन डायग्राम्स क्या होते हैं. देन की व्हाट इज द इंडियन लॉजिक. तो दिस कैन बी टेकन एज अ लेटेस्ट एडिशन कि हाउ द ट्विस्ट हैज बीन गिवन टू द लॉजिकल रीजनिंग कि वी हैव ट्राइड टू लिंक इट विद द इंडियन सिस्टम. तो जो इंडियन सिस्टम है एंड इन केस की वी टॉक अबाउट द वेस्टर्न सिस्टम्स तो उसमें काफी सारी सिमिलैरिटीज हैं. तो वी शुड नॉट से अगेन से गेट से कंफ्यूज्ड. इसमें जो सिंपल एस्पेक्ट हैं दे आर अगेन से वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. तो हमने जो बुक है जो दैट विल कम इनटू द मार्केट से इन 15 days तो वी हैव ट्राइड टू गिव से वेरी गुड आइडिया कि लाइक इन केस की आई टॉक अबाउट द इंडियन लॉजिक सिस्टम तो वी हैव टेकन से हिंदी मीनिंग्स आल्सो कि लाइक की वी मेंशन की प्रमाणस क्या होते हैं, प्रत्यक्ष क्या होते हैं. तो ये शायद आपके लिए इतने इंपॉर्टेंट ना हो बिकॉज यू ऑलरेडी मतलब आई थिंक कि बिलोंग टू ए सोसाइटी हुआ है. देन वी टॉक अबाउट द स्ट्रक्चर्स एंड द काइंड्स ऑफ द अनुमाना. इन्फ्रेंस क्या होती है जिसको हम हिंदी में निष्कर्ष कहते हैं. तो यहाँ पे जितने भी वर्ड्स हैं उनका हमने हिंदी जो वर्ड्स हैं दे हैव बीन टेकन. तो दैट वे इट इज इंपॉर्टेंट एस्पेक्ट.
So the people who are much familiar with regards to the Sanskrit, those people who are very good
हाँ
with
जी एग्जैक्टली. हाँ दिस कैन बी टेकन इन द संस्कृताइजेशन सॉर्ट ऑफ. हिंदी मैंने जानबूझ के वर्ड यूज किया हुआ है लेकिन इसमें क्या होता है कि वी हैव टू लिंक इट विद द संस्कृत.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And they are more asking about the Anumana, the inference, and they are more asking about the Shabda, verbal testimony all the times. We are getting this.
Yes, very true.
UGC NET.
हाँ, testimony, yes. These are actually very beautiful words, and we should try to connect ourselves with the Indian system. So again, sir, it is very important.
So it is a time to thank UGC people in order to retain the culture actually, in order to remember or in order to retain the cultural aspects. Like majority of the people are always in the front bench in just destroying or just in order to not teaching or their agenda is completely totally different. But in order to retain some kind of cultural aspects, UGC has taken this particular initiative to promote these particular pramanas, anumana, upamana, shabda, arthapatti and anupalabdhi. So which are more and more essentials. Yeah.
Yes, in case we try to look at the logical reasoning, so this can be taken as a system combination of the Western system, जिसको हम कहते हैं कि उसका जो रिलेशन है तो उसमें अरिस्टोटल है तो that has played a very important role. And second, we can take into account the Indian system. So this can be taken as a combination of the both.
Yes, sir. And they are asking much in some kind of questions, papers, we are expecting some, not observing some kind of questions from Edbhavanas, fallacies of inference. What kind of fallacy?
Yes.
Fallacy.
Fallacy. Yes, very true.
Very, very important topic. Very, very important topic. Yeah. Then we will be discussing all these concepts or the topics and కూడా మనం మన సెషన్స్ లో డిస్కస్ చేస్తాము. So yes. So data interpretation, which is the most complex and convenient position, which is the more convenient area for the majority of the people. So yes. So strongly request everyone to mute yourself. So data interpretation is a much convenient area for those people who are very good with maths and those who are more interested towards calculations or to find some kind of logical calculations. So pie diagrams, more questions we are getting in the form of pie, table chart, somewhere like bar charts. Very, very few we are coming across with the line charts and histograms.
Yes,
But pie,
I would like to give one suggestion as far as data interpretation is concerned. Ki we have to go for the say approximations. Okay, while doing say calculation. So that is going to help you.
exactly. Sir is
We
asking
have
us to
to
avoid
take it in
decimals.
the form of the habit. We have to
Yeah.
go for those kind of the things. It depends upon the options also, ki what kind of the options have been given to you, but this is going to help you. And I would like to suggest that we should try to go for the local language. कि in case की we talk about तेलंगाना, तो उसमें जो local language है, तो हम जो calculation है उसी language में ही करते हैं, तो they are going to help you. In case कि I have to do a calculation in Hindi or Punjabi, तो I might be very convenient. But in case कि I try to go for the English version of the same things, तो I may have to go for the say higher number of the words also. कि in case कि I have to say कि 27 तो in case कि I try to speak it in say English, तो I will have to say 27. But in case कि I try to say it in Hindi, तो it is going to be 27. So which can be quite say easier for me. So we should not go by the language barrier only. So we should try to go for the say, things which can be convenient to us. So that is again say my suggestion, but it again say depends upon the candidate.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So all the times, see that data governance, no, not all the times we are getting, but data interpretation, the 5 questions we are getting out of one particular diagram. The diagram they are presenting and they are asking the 5 questions. We need to solve the 5 questions. All the times, the maximum, all the times they are asking the pie chart, the table chart, and the bar charts. And possibly it's better to have one time overview of all the things and you can go for it. సార్ ఏం చెప్తున్నారు అంటే ఎక్కడైతే డెసిమల్ సిస్టమ్ ఎక్కడ వస్తుందో దాన్ని అప్రాక్సిమేట్గా రౌండ్ ఆఫ్ చేసి క్యాలిక్యులేట్ చేసుకుంటే మీకు టైం సేవ్ అవుతుంది. జస్ట్ గో విత్ అప్రాక్సిమేషన్స్, యూ విల్ బి గెటింగ్ ఎనీ ఆఫ్ ద ఆప్షన్. నియర్ బై ఆప్షన్ వస్తే దాన్ని టిక్ చేసేసుకోండి. డోంట్ స్ట్రైవ్ హార్డ్ టు హ్యావ్ ఎన్ ఎగ్జాక్ట్ క్యాలిక్యులేషన్. దట్ విల్ నాట్ give you much solutions within the time. So in order to avoid that particular time wastage, you have to go for approximations all the times. Yes. ICT, one of the most important trending topics in education now. Not trending.
That can be taken as a most dynamic topic also.
Yes, sir. Dynamic. No static. It is dynamic.
Yes. Definitely, we need to be aware about what are the static aspects. Again, we have to see what kind of say, changes they are taking place. So we can go into questions like कि cryptocurrencies. तो एग्जाम में ऐसा क्वेश्चन है वो भी पूछा जा चुका है.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So all the times, sir, all the times in the ICT, sir, they're asking one abbreviation, sir. One abbreviation for sure.
Yes.
They're asking was one terminology for sure, sir. And they are asking email-oriented question. So they are asking us the body of the email, and they are exclusively focusing on any of the elements. Entire body of the elements email lo either no one particular element they are focusing much and much. And they're most asking about the devices, examples for input device, output device all the times. So which of the following are the input or which of the following are the output? They're asking. So they much more focusing with regards to this audio and video conferencing types examples. You need to be much focused. And they're also more focusing about audio and video conferencing advantages. So sometimes they are asking in the form of statements or statements as well. So this is most important. And ICT, with regards to the ICT, they are asking some kind of statement questions like advantages of ICT or specification of ICT. They're directly asking, and sometimes they are asking in the form of statement as well. Statement, sometimes it is also in the form of statement and assertion as well. So they are providing a statement and they are providing for some assertion judgments with relating to that particular statement. You have to find the relationship. Is there any relationship, particular relationship between that statement and assertion along with their status of true or false? That is the question being
Yes.
asked in the exam paper all the times. So mandatory ICT based, ICT orientation questions are being asked at the first phase, and they're asking much about the abbreviations. They're much asking about the input and output devices examples. They're asking about the emails. These are the most important topics. And sir
And we should
discussed.
take into account say memory also, कि they
Yes,
might
sir.
be asking you
Memory. Yeah, memory.
कि कैसे memory क्या होती है likewise. So we can be asked these types of the questions. तो उसमें एग्जाम में एक्सपेक्टेड होता है कि they will definitely ask you one questions and this can be linked with the highway also likewise. तो you might be in a better position to explain this in the class. तो उसपे जो उसका flow है वो कैसे होता है likewise कि which memory is say faster and likewise. So we can try to explain say each and everything.
Yes, sir. So when it comes to the memory, they are asking the memory in the two types, sir. Sometimes
Yes.
they are asking in the form of match of following. So in the left side, they are giving the different memories, and they are asking their specifications in the right side columns. And
हाँ जी.
yeah, this is the first model. And second model is they are asking a sequence of their performance or sequence of their capacity. This is a very quite common trend or style that is being followed in to ask the questions relating to the memory. Memory ki sambandhinచిన questions match the following రూపంలో అడుగుతున్నారు, as well as they are asking in the form of sequence of their capacity from increasing to decreasing or decreasing to increasing, whatever it might be. You need to be much careful. Those questions will be making you to feel confused. You have to be much clear. Increase to decrease, that is from highest to lowest. So decreasing to if that is decreasing, then from highest to lowest. If that is increasing, from the lowest to highest. That is a parameter that you need to keep in the mind as far as the capacity of memory, different memories are concerned.
कि इन केस की भी डिस्कस की यूनिट 6 है लॉजिकल रीजनिंग है, उसमें एक टॉपिक है दैट इज कॉल्ड एज अ स्क्वायर ऑफ अपोजिशन. दैट इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. इसमें कॉन्ट्राडिक्शंस क्या होती हैं, व्हाट आर द कॉन्ट्ररी, सब कॉन्ट्ररी, एल्ट्रन, सब एल्ट्रन्स एक्सेट्रा. तो ये जो टॉपिक है अगेन से इसमें वी कैन से एक्सपेक्ट वन क्वेश्चन दैट इज मेंशन्ड एज अ क्लासिकल स्क्वायर ऑफ अपोजिशन. तो ये मेरे माइंड से स्किप हो गया कि इसमें लाइक कि इन आवर बुक तो वी हैव ट्राई टू गिव द ब्रीफ आइडिया कि हाउ टू सॉल्व दिस क्वेश्चन जस्ट इन सेकंड्स. So that way it is important.
Yeah. Then, so data interpretation done. ICT and
Yes,
digital
exactly.
initiatives in the higher education. This is the most important topic as far as teaching aptitude, communication, ICT and higher education is concerned. E questions, the type of questions అనేవి ఈ 4 units నుంచి ఎక్కడి నుంచి అయినా అడగవచ్చు. They can ask from any other topics, any of the 4 topics: teaching aptitude, communication, ICT, higher education. Digital initiatives will be the core part of all the 4 topics. So digital initiatives all the times they are asking more about. So that is Shodh Ganga all the times. So they are asking much about all the electronics, EPG Patashala. So they are giving the matches. When it comes to the digital initiatives, they are giving much in the form of the matches, match the followings. So they are giving more initiatives on the left column, and they are asking the specifications of those what is it called as initiatives in the right column. They are asking us to match the requirements. And then after ICT and governance, so different types of governance, that is G2, G2G, G2B. In that context, like what are the tools or what are the areas or what are the components are being used in the various government operations as well. They're asking with regards to this particular ICT topic. Yes, sir. Then after?
Yes, exactly. Again, sir, this is a very important topic, people, development and environment. So we have to start with the basics again. Ki we have to go for the basic definition. Ki what is the ecosystem, ecology, biome, kya hote hain, likewise. So we have to go for those concepts. So in say our book, so we have tried to give a basic idea. So we are not going to each and everything. Then we shift to the concept ki development of the environment, millennium development, and the sustainable development goals. So in case ki we try to mention the different schemes, they fall under the directive principles of the state policy. तो उसमें जितनी भी schemes होती हैं तो ultimately they take their motivation from the. So we can take say those kind of the examples. In case I talk about the sustainable development goals, so they are 17 in number. So in case I talk about the different government schemes, so these can be linked with say one of those say goals. Okay, that way it is important. So in our new edition, so we have tried to link it with the different schemes also. इसमें ये भी इंपॉर्टेंट होता है कि जो जो इस पे HDI है, तो उसमें क्या होता है कि उसमें फर्स्ट रैंकिंग है वो किसकी है, तो ये जो एस्पेक्ट है दे आर अगेन से वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. देन वी गो टू स्टेट्स आल्सो इन केस की टॉक अबाउट इंडिया, तो उसमें डिफरेंट, तो उसमें जो फर्स्ट है नंबर वो है जो रैंकिंग है, तो दैट हैज गॉन टू से different state likewise. So we have to see the things in the terms of the states and the UTs. So that is important. Then we talk ki what is the human and the environment interaction. तो इसमें सबसे important topic है that is the anthropogenic activities. From मतलब this can be taken as a sense of the say interaction. Anthropogenic means कि these have been undertaken due for the डेवलपमेंट ऑफ द सोसाइटी. तो उसपे जो ह्यूमन रोल है तो दैट इज इन द इंक्रीजिंग ऑर्डर. तो ये एस्पेक्ट इंपॉर्टेंट है. उसका हमने ये देखना है कि जो पोल्यूशन है या जो हैजर्ड, तो they are also the result of the anthropogenic activities. Then we talk about the environmental issues. तो we see the different kinds of the conflicts. तो उसमें कौन से आते हैं कि local, regional, global आ गया. Then again से we have tried to go into detail कि air pollution क्या होता है, what is the water pollution etc. तो ये जो एस्पेक्ट हैं इनके जितने भी हैं कि इसमें कौन से जो इन्वॉल्व हैं फैक्टर्स हैं केमिकल्स हैं लाइकवाइज, तो वी हैव टू लुक इनटू ईच एंड एवरीथिंग. देन द इम्पैक्ट ऑफ pollutants on the human health, again it is very important कि जो again this can be linked to the pollution. Then the natural and the energy sources, renewable energy sources है, तो उसमें हम किसकी बात करते हैं कि we talk about the solar energy, wind energy क्या होती है, soil क्या होती है likewise. तो we try to go into this aspect. जो soil है this can be taken as a resource again. Then the natural hazards and the disasters mitigation. इसमें आपने दो वर्ड करके चलने हैं कि एक तो adoption होता है, second is to be taken as a mitigation. अभी जो कॉन्फ्रेंस हुई है तो जो 2022 में, तो उसमें क्या है कि जो मिटिगेशन है दैट इज अगेन से वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट कि जो हार्मफुल इम्पैक्ट है, तो हाउ टू कम से आउट ऑफ दो से थिंग्स, तो उसके लिए हम कौन सा वर्ड यूज करते हैं, दैट इज अ मिटिगेशन. देन वी टॉक अबाउट द डिफरेंट एक्ट्स की कौन सी लेजिस्लेशन है, इन्वायरमेंट प्रोटेक्शन एक्ट है, नेशनल एक्शन प्लान ऑन क्लाइमेट चेंज है, ये कितने होते हैं नंबर में, कि लेटेस्ट में क्या है कि वी टॉक अबाउट द हाइड्रोजन मिशन है, या जिसको हम कहते हैं दिस कैन बी टर्म्ड एज अमोनिया मिशन. तो दीज आर टेकन एज अ पार्ट ऑफ द गवर्नमेंट पॉलिसीज. देन इंटरनेशनल एग्रीमेंट है, लाइक वी टॉक अबाउट द मॉन्ट्रियल प्रोटोकॉल 1986 और 7 में, ठीक है, तो इट वाज एस्टेब्लिश्ड, तो it came into picture. Then in 1992 we talk about ki what is a Rio summit. So again say it is important. This can be termed as the Earth Summit also. Then the convention on biodiversity. So this can be termed as a CBD. Then we talk about Kyoto Protocol. तो ये स्टार्ट हुआ था जिसको हम कहते हैं कि COP. COP का मीनिंग क्या होता है कि कॉन्फ्रेंस ऑफ पार्टीज होता है लाइकवाइज. तो ये उसकी जो कॉन्टिन्यूटी आती है कि वी टॉक अबाउट द सॉर्ट ऑफ की जो पार्टीज है, तो दे टेक प्लेस एवरी ईयर. COP है, दे टेक प्लेस एवरी ईयर. तो दैट वाई इट इज इम्पोर्टेंट. तो उसमें जो क्योटो प्रोटोकॉल है, तो अगेन से दिस हैज बिकम्स ए वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. इसमें क्या होता है कि वी हैव सेट से कि टारगेट्स फॉर द डिफरेंट नेशंस, कि ये इतना सक्सेसफुल हो नहीं पाया, तो दैट इज अ डिफरेंट रीजन. ओके, उसमें डिफरेंट फैक्टर्स हैं, दे हैव बीन इन्वॉल्वड. देन वी टॉक अबाउट कि व्हाट इज द पेरिस एग्रीमेंट, देन द इंटरनेशनल सोलर अलायंस. तो ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट एस्पेक्ट है, इसका हमें आइडिया होना चाहिए कि इन केस की वी ट्राई टू गो इनटू से एवरी एनी काइंड ऑफ द एग्जाम, तो दे कैन बी आस्किंग यू से दीज काइंड्स ऑफ द क्वेश्चंस. तो ये इन्वायरमेंट है, दिस इज एक्चुअली टू बी टेकन एज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टॉपिक.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sir, as you all know, like, with regards or with related to the UPSC, we have
Yes, it's very true.
so we have our own board which is called as TSPSC, sir. So
हाँ जी, हाँ
Telangana State
जी.
Public Service Commission, Telangana State Public Service Commission is like is about to conduct various
Yes,
examinations
इसमें
for
ग्रीन हाउस गैसेस हैं, अगेन से दैट इज इम्पोर्टेंट. ग्लोबल सॉरी क्लाइमेट चेंज है, तो ये एस्पेक्ट भी अगेन से वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट है.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So this TSPSC is going to conduct all the government examinations, sir. One of the most important topics is disaster management, sir. There is a topic called as disaster management.
Yes, disaster management, very true.
Yes, sir. Disaster management these all other topics of the disaster management, you can say. So you can see here the
These days we
environment, you
talk
can
about the
see.
shale gas also.
Yes sir, yes sir,
तो
yes sir.
उसमें जो मेन जो स्टेट है, पायनियर स्टेट जिसको हम कह सकते हैं, दैट इज अ यूएसए. तो
Yes
यूएसए क्या था, पहले जो एनर्जी का इंपोर्टर था, तो नाउ दे हैव बिकम से एक्सपोर्टर ऑफ से एनर्जी बिकॉज ऑफ द शेल गैस, शेल ऑयल या शेल गैस. तो दिस कैन बी टेकन एज अ अगेंस्ट अ काइंड ऑफ एवोल्यूशन.
yes sir.
इसमें कोल बेड मीथेन आता है, सीबीडी इसको हम कहते हैं. एंड इन केस की वी ट्राई टू गो फॉर से न्यूक्लियर एग्रीमेंट जिसको हम 1 2 3 कहते हैं, 2007 में आई थिंक इसमें वी हैव टू चेक द हिस्ट्री. तो उसमें कि व्हाट काइंड ऑफ द रिलैक्सेशंस दे वर गिवन टू इंडिया सो दैट इंडिया कैन प्ले ए वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट रोल. तो इसमें ये एस्पेक्ट है, ये आपने करके चलने हैं. देन इसमें फास्ट ब्रीडिंग रिएक्टर्स होते हैं, उसमें इतना क्वेश्चन एक्सपेक्टेड नहीं है, बट स्टिल यू शुड बी अवेयर कि इसमें 2 3 लाइन का हमें बेसिक्स आइडिया होना चाहिए. तो ये एस्पेक्ट है, ये बहुत ही इनोवेटिव एस्पेक्ट्स हैं. आई थिंक दिस कैन बी टेकन एज अ मोस्ट इनोवेटिव टॉपिक इन द से पेपर 1.
Yes sir. So all the
This can be
times,
subjects.
yes sir, all the times we are finding a questions, we are observing questions as far as the reports are concerned. What are the rankings?
Yes, very true.
All the times we are getting the rankings questions from the various reports. They're asking more
Yes.
about the abbreviations of various regulatory authorities with regards to the Environmental Protection Act is concerned. They're asking more questions about the causes and the effects of the all the pollutions. There might be the wind or general questions, the air pollution, water pollution, soil pollution, noise pollution, causes, and they're also more focusing about the mitigation, how to eradicate or how to mitigate that particular effects they're asking. And one of the most important topics is the climate change. So like what is the socio-economic as well as political dimensions of this climate change? What are the conferences? So they are asking more about the conferences and their locations and what are their outcomes or what are their outlays of that particular conferences they are asking. Then after sir, they are more asking about this particular area sir. The International Solar Alliance, we are expecting a question sir. And Environmental Protection Act, they are asking some kind of basic provisions with regards to penalties, scope. They are asking more questions with these regards. So as far as my observation is concerned, and then again they are more, yes, they are asking something about all the times they are asking about the Millennium Development and Sustainable Development with regards to the environment. That is a common topic being focused in all the examinations. UGC NET, TS set exam, and all other government examinations are also concerned. Yes, sir. So that is all about the people, development, and environment. The last topic for the paper 1 is concerned. Any guesses? What is the last topic? Any guesses?
Higher education.
Higher education system, again say that is very important. Yes.
Yes.
तो दे हैव स्टार्टेड विद एंशिएंट एजुकेशन, एंशिएंट इंडिया की उसमें जो एजुकेशन सिस्टम था. तो वी टॉक अबाउट द वेदास, तो दिस कैन बी टेकन एज अल्टीमेट गुरु की जो वेदास हैं. तो दिस कैन बी टेकन एज से कि हम कह सकते हैं कि इंडिया यूज्ड टू बी कॉल्ड एज अ जगत गुरु. तो दैट वे दे प्लेड ए वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट रोल. देन वी टॉक अबाउट कि द सिस्टम शिफ्टेड टू द बुद्धिज्म. Then it say went on to the Jainism also. So that way this can be taken as a kind of evolution. इसमें जो उपनिषद क्या होते हैं, again say we should be concerned about them. इसमें like कि यजुर्वेद क्या है, सामवेद क्या है, अथर्ववेद क्या होता है. तो ये जो systems हैं again say they are again say very very important. इसमें एग्जाम में जो क्वेश्चन है वो पूछे भी जा चुके हैं. Then we ultimately go to the evolution of the higher say learning and research in say post-independence India. Again say that is very important कि we are starting with the British education system कि after the Mughal education या जिसको हम कहते हैं कि Islamic education है. तो we went on to with the evolution of higher learning and research in the post-independence India. That way कि what has been the कि like in 1823 तो they have gone for the say first policy जिसको हम कहते हैं कि इंडियन जो ब्रिटिश हैं, तो दे हैव टेकन स्टार्टेड टेकिंग द सिस्टम मोर सीरियसली. तो उसमें मैकाले मिनट्स आते हैं. देन 1854 में द एजुकेशन सिस्टम दे दैट शिफ्टेड टू द यूनिवर्सिटी सिस्टम. तो उसमें जो यूनिवर्सिटीज दे प्लेड ए वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट रोल. तो ये सिस्टम, ये जो एस्पेक्ट है, ये हमें करके चलने हैं. देन द बनारस हिंदू विश्वविद्यालय है. देन 1905 में कि व्हाट काइंड ऑफ डेवलपमेंट दैट हैज टेकन प्लेस कि they are all linked with the से इंडियन से यूनिवर्सिटी सिस्टम। तो ये एस्पेक्ट है अगेन से इम्पोर्टेंट है। इस पे जो डिफरेंट कमेटीज है वो हमने करके चलनी होती हैं कि व्हाट कमेटीज की व्हाट काइंड ऑफ द रिकमेंडेशंस दे हैव गिवन। तो इसमें जो मेंशन है कि एवोल्यूशन ऑफ हायर लर्निंग, तो व्हेन वी ट्राई टू फोकस ऑन द वर्ड evolution, so we should take into account कि what kind of the system persisted during the British era। तो ये एस्पेक्ट है, ये एवोल्यूशन के अंडर ही कवर होता है। एंड देन द रिसर्च इन द पोस्ट इंडिपेंडेंस इंडिया, कि जो पोस्ट इंडिपेंडेंस इंडिया है तो उसमें जो जैसे कि वी टॉक अबाउट कि द यूजीसी दैट वाज एस्टेब्लिश्ड, देन द न्यू एजुकेशन पॉलिसी आई 1968 में, देन 1986 में, देन 1992 में, एंड अल्टीमेटली वी टॉक अबाउट द न्यू एजुकेशन पॉलिसी इन द ईयर से 2020। तो ये एस्पेक्ट है, ये हमने करके चलने हैं कि दिस कैन बी दिस फॉल अंडर द एवोल्यूशन ऑफ हायर लर्निंग। तो ये एस्पेक्ट आपको क्लियर होना चाहिए कि यू कैन थिंक अबाउट इट कि जो न्यू एजुकेशन पॉलिसी है तो दैट इज नॉट मेंशन्ड इन द सिलेबस। पहले तो ये है कि सिलेबस ऑलरेडी सेटल्ड था, देन वी वेंट फॉर द न्यू एजुकेशन पॉलिसी, तो दैट वे इट इज इंपॉर्टेंट। उस पर डेफिनेटली ये क्वेश्चन आपको पूछा जाता है। देन वी टॉक अबाउट की ओरिएंटल एजुकेशन क्या होती है, कि लाइक कि दिस कैन अगेन बी टेकन एज ए कॉम्बिनेशन। कन्वेंशनल एजुकेशन क्या होती है, ओरिएंटल का मीनिंग क्या होती है कि जो बेसिकली कि दिस कैन बी टेकन एज अ नॉन फॉर्मल। इसको मैं एक्सप्लेन अभी नहीं कर पाऊंगा बिकॉज दैट विल टेक सम टाइम आल्सो। तो एक ओरिएंटल एजुकेशन होती है। सेकंड वी टॉक अबाउट द कन्वेंशनल एजुकेशन, नॉन कन्वेंशनल एजुकेशन। देन प्रोफेशनल क्या होती है कि यूजली वी टॉक अबाउट द प्रोफेशनल। हम यही कहते हैं ना कि टीचिंग इज अ गुड प्रोफेशन, तो लाइकवाइज तो दैट इज इंपॉर्टेंट। देन वी टॉक अबाउट टेक्निकल एजुकेशन। इसमें मेन रोल किसका है, दैट इज ऑफ द एआईसीटीई का। देन द स्किल बेस्ड एजुकेशन आ गया। देन द वैल्यू एजुकेशन क्या होती है। तो ये जो एस्पेक्ट है ये आपने करके चलने हैं। एंड द लास्ट टॉपिक इज अगेन से वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट कि फर्स्ट इज पॉलिसी, सेकंड इज द गवर्नेंस एंड थर्ड इज द एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन। तो इसमें क्या होता है कि दीज टॉपिक्स आर अगेन से वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट कि जो पॉलिसीज क्या होती हैं, गवर्नेंस क्या होती हैं, एंड द एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन क्या होती है। अगेन वी ट्राई टू लिंक इट विद द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन, कि जो कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन है उसमें क्या थे लाइकवाइज। ठीक है, तो वी नीड नॉट टू लिंक इट विद द इंटायरली विद द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन। जो 2019 में जो सिलेबस है उसमें क्या होता है कि दे हैव पुट दिस टॉपिक अंडर द हायर एजुकेशन सिस्टम। तो इसका मीनिंग क्या हुआ है कि जो इसको हमने लिंक किससे करना है, विद द हायर एजुकेशन सिस्टम से लिंक करना है। एंड दीज आर नॉट टू बी लिंक विद द पॉलिटी, कि पॉलिटी में क्या हो रहा है। तो ये जो आपको अवॉइड करना है, मतलब दिस इज अगेन से माय सजेशन कि पॉलिसीज है, गवर्नेंस है। एंड व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट द एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन, तो जो स्टूडेंट्स है दे ट्राई टू लिंक इट विद द पॉलिटी, कि इंडिया में पॉलिटी सिस्टम क्या है। बट दीज आर नॉट टू बी लिंक विद द जनरल पॉलिटी, these are to be these are to be discussed under the higher education system। तो ये जो डिफरेंशिएशन है दैट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू यू। ठीक है, इसको लिंक नहीं करना। दैट इज अगेन से माय सजेशन कि हम अगर पॉलिटी डिस्कस करना शुरू करेंगे तो दैट विल टेक्स अ लॉट ऑफ टाइम। तो वी हैव टू लिंक इट विद द इंटरनल गवर्नेंस क्या होती है, वी हैव टू लिंक इट विद द यूनिवर्सिटी सिस्टम। उसमें जो डिफरेंट थ्योरीज होती हैं, वाइस चांसलर है, रजिस्ट्रार है, बोर्ड ऑफ स्टडीज होते हैं लाइकवाइज। तो वी शुड बी से क्लियर अबाउट दोस थिंग्स। तो ये एस्पेक्ट आप माइंड में रख के चलना। एंड जो बुक है उसमें भी हमने लिंक किया है कि आई हैव गॉन थ्रू द क्वेश्चंस, डिफरेंट क्वेश्चंस। तो अल्टीमेटली आई हैव ट्राई टू डी लिंक्ड विद द से इंडियन पॉलिटी। तो ये इंपॉर्टेंट एस्पेक्ट है अगेन।
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, as far as higher education system is concerned, so we are observing few questions from the various set examinations, sir. Sir, the thing is, sir, we are observing one thing. It is not a scope. It is not a point to comment something about the state governments, but from we have different dimensions of question papers from North India. Sorry, from the North India, the version is totally different. From South India, they're totally
Might be,
different.
yes, 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 definitely.
Yeah,
There can be some kind of the differentiation.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. For the North India aspect, we are finding some kind of significant questions which are related to the ancient education. They are more focusing about the ancient education. So in the ancient
Yes, yes,
education, they are more focusing about the Vedic education. So Vedic education.
yes, very true.
So when it comes to the Vedic education, Manandar, then so Vedic education. What are the different types of Vedas? Can someone speak out something about types of Vedas?
4 types.
Rigveda, Yajurveda, Samaveda, and Atharvana Veda.
So Rigveda, Yajurveda Veda, Samveda, Atharvana Veda.
Rigveda, Yajurveda, Samaveda,
Yes, very
exactly.
true.
Yes,
This
yes,
can be taken as a precise sequencing.
yes. And they are also been asking more about the Paravidya and Aparavidya. This was I
Yes,
observed.
yes.
So Paravidya is all
Pravidya,
about,
Paravidya. Yes.
yeah, Paravidya is all about the self, studying about self and God, and Aparavidya is all about learning, all about the all the Vedas. So this is what exactly I observed. And again, they are asking more questions about, sir. They are asking about the physical education components. Physical education.
Yes, exactly. So that way it can be taken as a holistic development of the students. In
Yes,
case
sir.
you talk about take into account say physical education, so we look at the complete say development of the personality.
Yes,
कि
sir.
जो potential है उसको हमने realize करना है in the right direction with the help of the education system. So that can be taken as a that kind of the scene.
Yes, sir. They are asking more about the Krida. They are asking more about the Vayam Prakara. They are all almost they are Dhanur Vidya. They are more focusing about Dhanur Vidya. So how they are asking these questions? And also like they are asking these particular questions with their functionalities. Krida is all about the games or
Yes,
recreations.
exactly.
So Vyayam Prakarama is all about the exercises. So then after Dhanur Vidya, what is this Dhanur Vidya speaks about? Any guesses? ధనుర్విద్య దేని గురించి మాట్లాడుతుంది ధనుర్విద్య?
Archery.
Archery.
Yes, very
Beautiful.
true. That can be taken as a beautiful definition. कि this can be linked with the archery. Okay,
Archery, yes,
very true.
agree. And they are
Yes,
asking
yes.
more. They are more about yoga sadhana as well. They are speaking more about the yoga sadhana as well. So they are giving these particular components and they are asking us to match the respective functionalities. So yoga asana, that is all about training the mind and the body. Training the mind and the body with the
Body.
help of some activities which are called as asanas.
In a disciplined manner.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That can be
And
taken again as a combination of the two.
yes, sir.
And this can be applied in the every aspect of the life, yoga system,
Yes, sir. Yes,
yoga
sir.
skill.
Yes, sir. And one more, few more important things I would like to discuss as far as higher education is concerned. Sir, give me like 3 minutes of time. I will be just
Yes, yes, definitely.
like why? Because this is one of the most important topics as far as all the teaching exams are concerned. So, the very recently, the EMRS Ekalavya Model Residential School, Kendriya Vidyalaya schools, all the institutions are coming with the notifications having covering some kind of common topics. Sir, a few set examinations as well. So, I would like to speak something from the perspective of the set examination. So, we are getting some kind of questions from Sir Vedic education. So much questions from the various question papers I have observed from various state government examinations, state eligibility tests. I am getting questions from spiritual books, something from Buddhist education. They are more focusing about the Buddhist education.
Yes, very true. Vihara system.
Yes,
Like
they are
in
more.
case ki I try to take the example of the Nalanda. So Nalanda Mahavihara. It is basically.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Nalanda Mahavihara. So
Yes,
that
sir.
puts the thing in a broader perspective.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And when compared to the Jainism, sir, they are more asking questions about the objectives of Jainism, sir.
Yes, very
Objectives.
true.
So
Again,
objectives.
there can be some confusion about the names, so you should be very particular about this.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So objectives, when coming to the objectives, let me go only in a brief actually. I would like to go for the brief. When it comes to the objectives of the Jainism, there it is more about non-violence. Yeah, they are much towards truthfulness.
Yes, very true.
They are more concerned about non-stealing. Non-stealing. You should not steal anything from others. So then again, we have chastity.
These can be linked with the conduct of life even.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Chastity. And some kind
Chastity
of
again
non-attachment.
important.
Non-attachment or non-possession. Non-attachment or non-possession. So these are the basic objectives of Jainism. What is this? What is chastity? Can someone tell me what is chastity and ఏంటండి? హరికళ్యాణి గారు, what is this chastity?
I couldn't get it.
ఏంటండి chastity అంటే ఏంటి?
Chastity is purity, శీలత్వం.
Yes, again.
It's a brahmacharya. It's a Telugu, sir. It's a Telugu like
Yes,
word.
okay. This can be put
Brahmacharya
in
is a
Vedic
Sanskrit word.
perspective.
It's not a
Brahmacharya,
Telugu word.
Brahmacharya is a Telugu Sanskrit word. So that is what exactly. So non-stealing, ఇవన్నీ మేజర్ ఆబ్జెక్టివ్స్ జైనిజం లో ఇవి అడుగుతున్నారండి. ఇటువైపు క్వశ్చన్స్ పడుతున్నాయి. వెరీ సింపుల్ క్వశ్చన్, ఈచ్ అండ్ ఎవ్రీ వన్ షుడ్ నో. అండ్ దే ఆర్ మోర్ keenly focusing about Islamic education as well.
Yes, yes.
So some kind of JNU University, some other that particular domain, we are finding from the northeastern. We are finding many questions from Islamic education. I don't know what could be the influence, whatever it might be. Then after, sir, one of the most important topics which are being asked continuously are the institutions. So institutions of education, ancient education.
Yes, yes. Again, it is important.
Yeah. The institutions of education. So what are the various institutions of education? Can someone come out? So probably like, Gurukul, Parishads, Sangam. So Gosti.
So these can be linked with the different regions of India also.
Yes,
Either
sir.
in the South India, the definition can be different, name can be different. But
Yes,
once
sir.
we come to the northern part, so the name can be different.
Yes, sir.
But basically, they will be addressing the same issues.
Yes, sir. They are speaking much about ashramas. So Vidyapitas, they are more focusing about Vidyapitas. They are only asking, sir. They are just asking only the definitions or.
And these choices can be close also.
Yes, sir.
So
Gatikas has
that way,
been.
student they may get confused. I think one or two questions have been asked in the say, recent exams.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So there is a Brahmapur. That again they are asking about Brahmapuris, Viharas. So all these things are the activities or the modes of institutions of ancient education. They are more asking. All these questions are being asked in the form of the matches. Match of following lo adutunnaru.
Exactly.
So these are the very much important things as far as all your concerns are concerned. Ivanni మనం discuss చేస్తాం.
I
All
think
these things
we
will
should
be discussed.
be little bit imaginative while taking these perspectives.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So we will be discussing each and every activity in detail in our classes, day-to-day classes. And when it comes to the non-conventional learning, oriental learning, like they are asking few questions as far as their open distance education is concerned. Like they are more asking about the universities, locations. They are much more asking about central universities. So state universities. Okay. So tarvata deemed universities. So what are the questions they are asking about all these universities? And basically they are asking the number as well as initiatives. Initiatives.
Yes, very true.
They are asking more about the recent happenings. And they are asking more about the rankings and reports.
NIRF.
Yes, sir. So yes, as sir said, the National Institute of Ranking Framework ఏదైతుందో NRF rankings కూడా ఎక్కువ questions పడుతున్నాయండి. Yes, NIRF.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Yeah. Is it very clear for everyone? అందరికి అర్థమవుతుందండి?
Yes.
And one of the most important topics just we have ignored, committees.
Yes, very true.
They are asking more about the committees. Education Committee, National Policy of Education 1986, 1968, 2020. That is what Kotler Commission or whatever it might be. All those questions they are giving. Just they are asking some kind of outlays, and which committee is the source of establishing another committee. In that way, they are asking.
Yes.
In the
Yes, sir. Again, very true.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So all these things are the part of these particular questions can be asked from the perspective of teaching aptitude. So teaching aptitude also concerned. As for the teaching aptitude, we have some kind of educational programs as well. Yes. Then after they are more asking about currently the national program. So what are the national program actions? So what are the various conferences? What are the collaborations? Collaborations of whom? Ministry of Education with respect to any other regulatory bodies. So more and more questions we are getting questions more and more about digital activities, digital initiatives. So what are the targets? What are the collaborations of Ministry of Education? So each and every current affair I will be providing in the classes, not to worry at all. So again we have something called as there are few rights, National Curriculum Framework, NCF. They are asking questions from NCF as well. So what are the subject centered, learner centered, problem centered models as far as that things are concerned. So committee is again committee of NEP, and now as you all know NEP 2020 we can expect a question from NEP 2020 provisions.
Yes, they have given us so many terms.
Yes,
abbreviations rather. So we should be clear about them.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So that is all about things, and then after we are getting some kind of questions as far as UGC net. Sorry, no. 1 minute, please. Yeah. So they are asking more about the
They
UGC.
have one question. They have asked question from the UGC aims and objectives
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
in
UGC.
the written
What kind of
exam.
questions? Generally, they may ask you the questions with regards to the features or powers in the form of direct question or statement question as well, whatever it might be. Sometimes it might be some kind of full forms or abbreviations or whatever it might be. So they will be asking you some kind of questions with regards to that. That is what central university, central universities, state universities, deemed to be universities with respect to their locations and establishment period. So any name changes, any names, renames, rename programs have been happened for any kind of central universities, or they will be asking you the central university of any location. Punjab has been named under the name of whom? Any freedom fighter, any famous personality. We are getting that type of questions in the set exams as well. Very simple question, very general question. So from these syllabus, that examiner is able to, or examiner is in a process to identify to what extent we are okay with the current affairs or general knowledge as far as higher education is concerned. They are asking in that ways. Then polity, as sir said, that polity. So don't go with that particular opinion. Polity anagane, don't go with that particular opinion that we have to study the entire polity subject. No, entire polity is nowhere looking. No one is expecting you to study the entire polity. Don't go for that Lakshmikant book. Okay, sir, ne Lakshmikant mottam chadavala, Lakshmikant book
Yes,
mottam
yes,
chadavala.
exactly.
Not really
That
required to
can
go for
rather
that.
put you in a different direction. So we should try to focus on the main area.
Yes, yes, yes. So with respect to political affairs with regards to the higher education only will be asked here. So very basic questions.
Exactly.
Very basic questions. Constituents of polity, like what are the bodies? The Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, the president, okay, the governor, the very CMs, the Pradhana Mantri, Prime Minister. So they are been asking a very general questions as far as these elements are concerned. You must be aware, number of members, what is the criteria to hold that particular position, what is the minimum qualification, like minimum, what the number of CMs, who is the current CM of that prime minister, what is the period, or what is the qualification, or what is the tenure, or all these things. These kind of questions generally we can expect from these very basic criteria of polity. That's it. You are not supposed to go for all things. And as far as higher education is concerned, any central government policies more important. Central government policies. Pradhana Mantri Yojanas with regard to any kind of education will be the part of higher education. Pradhana Mantri, any policies which are central policies or any state government policies which are more barely focusing to reach any targets. ఏదైనా టార్గెట్ ని రీచ్ అవడానికి ఏదైనా స్టేట్ గవర్నమెంట్ కొత్త ఇన్స్టిట్యూట్, మొత్తం ఇండియాలో ఉన్న 29 రాష్ట్రాలలో ఏ రాష్ట్ర ప్రభుత్వమైనా ఏదైనా కొత్త విధానాన్ని అమలు పరుస్తున్నది, ఏదైనా కొత్త పథకాన్ని తెరలేపింది అని అంటే ఆ పథకం పైన కూడా క్వశ్చన్ వచ్చే అవకాశాలు ఉంటాయి. ఇఫ్ ఎనీ ఆఫ్ ద స్టేట్ గవర్నమెంట్స్ హ్యావ్ బీన్ అండర్గోన్ విత్ ఎనీ ఇంట్రొడక్షన్ ఆఫ్ ఎనీ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ పాలసీ, సో దేర్ ఇస్ అ high amount of scope of getting that particular questions with regards to that particular policy making with regards to the education is concerned. I hope it is very clear. So all those things that we are going to discuss more and more. So all the regulatory authorities, me andariki telusu, NAC ratings criteria will be asked. So AICTE norms basic norms will be asked. UGC, okay, all these regulatory authorities paina kuda ekko questions vastu untai. What is this ICAR? Any full form of ICAR?
Indian Council of Agriculture Research.
Beautiful. Indian Council of Agriculture Research. What is the full form of NAC? NAAC, NAC. NAC. Come on.
National Accreditation and
It
Assessment
is
Council.
the agreement and credits.
Beautiful. Then we have CBSE, composition of CBSE that we are going to discuss. So consortiums of educational communication. So that is what CEC is all about. Okay, National University of Education Planning and Administration. That is in National University of Education Planning and Administration, NUPA, that we are going to discuss. This is a very new trending area that we are finding some kind of questions. Then after Central Institute of Educational Technology, Central Institute of Educational Technology, this is grabbing a lot of attention by the various examiners since it has been emphasizing more on the digital initiatives, which is more trending or mandatory as far as holistic approach is concerned for any kind of student. So CIET, we can have a good amount of view on the CIET. We can expect a question from CIET as well. So yes, is it very clear? So this is all about the 10 units. Sir, please let us find some kind of good time in the very later classes. Sir, any more points that you would like
I
to
think you have, I think you have given sample idea about all the aspects.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So all these things are the part of the coverage of the paper one, which is more essential for net examination as well as set exams of the various sets is concerned. And probably this session might be an enlightenment to those students who are from the CISR background, CISR net students. Sir, actually, few of the CISR net students are writing their set examination, sir, for which the paper one is the general and teaching and research aptitude, which is quite common, sir.
Okay.
So for these,
Okay.
for those students, this particular exam or this particular paper might be some kind of newness. That's it. But it is not a tough task. Like if they go with some kind of sequence, they can really crack.
Exactly.
So for the maths people we can see some of the maths people we have here who are very good with what to say is mathematical aptitude, data interpretation, the mathematical logical reasoning, or they are very good with it. Only the thing is they have to study that particular extra part of teaching aptitude, research aptitude, which is quite common. Everyone can understand irrespective of India.
And actually we need to give sample time to the paper one. It should not be taken like 15 days are left for the exam and we are trying to go through each and everything. Okay, तो वो नहीं है, इसको अपने timely जो है study करना है, that way it is important.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So yes, now the session is open for the discussion. If any kind of questions that you would like to pose out, kindly ask the questions to our esteemed guest KVS Madan sir. Yeah. Any kind of questions, irrespective of significance. Yes, please. I think people got much tired after listening the 2 hours of
Yes,
session.
exactly. Now they are waiting for the dinner.
Sir, no questions, but thanks to KVS Madan sir for like taking out the main crux and explain the paper wholly beautiful, highlighting the main topics that will be help prepare like concentrated topics, like we can focus
Thank
more
you
on
very
that.
much. And
And
stay
sir,
blessed.
I'm a sir, like I subscriber of your book, and your book for paper one is really awesome. Like the questions
Thank
for
you very
after
much.
each and topic are like very helpful.
Thanks.
Thanks to
Thanks a
Purna
lot.
sir. Sir suggested me your book, and the paper one book is really awesome. Superb
Thank
work.
you very much.
She happens.
And
Thank
She
you.
thanks to
happens
Only
to
your
for
my.
you.
thank
She happens to my online student for the post graduation entrance exam. She
yes
cracked
sir.
the
Yes sir.
first seat and she's been placed there in the Osmania University. Currently, she's pursuing a MCOM.
Okay. Okay. That's really nice.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for your valuable suggestions and sir,
Yes,
thanks for book
definitely
admin.
we can conduct some other session also at a later stage.
Yeah, sure sir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there is another question from the candidate named Anita Garu. Sir, she has mentioned, like I am just translating into the English. She is stating that she has completed her MCOM and MA Telugu. So she's asking, is there any scope of getting candidature in the both commerce and Telugu at a time? So that could be, I can give the answer for it. When it comes to the net exam ki మీరు రెండు subjects రాయొచ్చండి, but for coming to the set examination, you have to choose only any one which you feel comfortable. For the set exam, you are not supposed to go for more than one paper at a time. సో ప్రాబ్లీ నాకు తెలిసినంత వరకు మేబీ ఎగ్జామ్ ప్యాటర్న్ ఎలా ఉంటుందో తెలియదు, వాళ్ళు క్లియర్గా మెన్షన్ చేసినారు యు నాట్ సపోజ్ టు గో మోర్ దాన్ వన్. ఫర్ నెట్ ఎగ్జామినేషన్ యూ కెన్ రైట్ ఎనీ పేపర్స్, ఎన్ నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ పేపర్స్. యా, ఎనీ మోర్ క్వశ్చన్స్?
Good evening, Madan sir. Amazing session
Good
and
evening.
very informative session. I'm a hardcore fan of your book. Thanks to Purna Chandra
Thank you very
for
much.
suggesting
And
us.
we should be grateful to Professor Puran Chandra also.
Yeah, of course.
He has taken the initiative
Yeah.
and he has taken say all the efforts.
Yeah. Actually, I
So
came
we
across
must
your book
appreciate
during
him.
peak COVID, and I went through the online copy of old copies. Then later, I purchased your latest book. I'm eagerly waiting for your MBA edition, sir.
Definitely, we will go for it.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay.
So out of the survey that we have executed of whole India, not only India, I can say Akhanda Bharat. Even very recently, I was being like engaged the conversation with one of the persons from Sri Lanka who is studying, who is pursuing his diploma in education in the Sri Lanka. He was been asking about your book, sir. So there is a man called as KVS
Okay.
Madan who has been writing with some kind of philosophies on education. Would like to get that book. So I said that possibly Indian Ocean might be the barrier to send you that. Probably have to check out. Even the Sri Lanka person has been
I
asking the same version of yours, your book.
okay. I hope that the Sri Lanka is out of there. Some dangerous situation. They were facing
Exactly.
high inflation, and we can
Exactly.
discuss it. We can,
Exactly. They
we
were being
have
asked.
ample idea about that.
So,
Yeah. They
good
were.
evening,
And
sir.
Yes, ma'am.
good
Yes.
evening.
Sir, myself Asiya Banu.
Yes, good evening.
Actually, I have completed both the PG, sir, MA English and Commerce. So, can I
Okay.
apply for? I'm going to apply for jail, sir.
Yeah,
Okay.
you can ask me to that. KVS Madan sir is
Huh,
not familiar with that terminology. Yeah, tell me more. Tell me more.
జేఎల్కి రెండు అప్లై చేసుకోవచ్చా అని నాకు
సో జేఎల్ కి
అంటే
మీరు రెండు అప్లై చేయొచ్చా అని అడుగుతున్నారు అంతేనండి.
అవును సార్ కానీ ఐ నో యాజ్ పర్ మై నాలెడ్జ్ దట్ ఓన్లీ వన్ వీ కెన్ అప్లై అని
So
కొద్దిగా డౌట్
please,
ఉంది ఇక్కడ.
even that, even we don't have an appropriate answer. We cannot give either yes or no. So we have to approach TSPSC
And
in that regard.
this can be taken separately.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We'll do it. As far, don't ask any questions with related to TSPSC. Kindly ask something about set or net. We'll be getting back. So
Okay,
good.
sir.
Yeah. So
Thank you, sir.
Mansa was asking, like, Mansa was stating that good evening, Madan sir. Your book is very useful to
Yes,
us.
yes.
Very helpful, sir. Already I have buy your book. Really, it's very good, sir. Thank you so much, sir. So I was
Thank
being
you. Thank you
very
very much.
recently. Yeah, sir. Very recently, I was being with the Solar Man of India. That is Chetan Singh Solanki, sir. One of the professors from IIT Mumbai. I was being into his companion with his Energy Swaraj Yatra. He has been undertaking that 10 years of Energy Swaraj Yatra, sir, so in the solar bus. So I was been visiting some of the places in the state as well as like outside of the state. I was been into some universities of Maharashtra. Out like 3 months back, I was been into some part of Chhattisgarh as well and few places of Telangana as well. And I was been engaging them online with regards to this Energy Swaraj Yatra throughout all the universities. I was been asking only the one question. So what is the book that you are following as far as paper one is concerned for the UGC net? Those all people have been cracked their assistant professorships very recently. Majority of the people, sir, not even a single candidate has not come with the name KVS Madan. Each and every person, each and every candidate has been carrying the word KVS Madan. And I was been hearing this word KVS Madan since my post graduation, not today, sir, after day before yesterday. It's been like since 2015, 2014, when my faculties used to say, just go for KVS Madan paper one, KVS Madan paper one. Initially, I was not that much familiar with that particular terminology because what is the market culture first? In order to understand the specification of your book, I need to go all the books. See, you can see all the books here, sir. So all the UGC net books are available here on that. You can see the Upkar, Truman, Vejankal, Topper's Notes, Pragati Publications. We can see the Truman. We can go for the KVS Madan. Not all the books. All the books. I have here all the books available in the market. Whatever the books are available in the market, I have all the books here. But the good interpretation, good specification, good presentation has been given in the Pearson publication, which is most
Yes,
agreeable
definitely.
point as is concerned. And the language is a very layman in nature. Even a non-core person can really have a good read of your book. Actually, he can have a good
Thank
view.
you. Thank
Like
you. So nice of you.
he can discuss each and every point with another layman. A layman can discuss with another layman The both simultaneously become an expertise with regards to this paper when it's concerned. So,
And I'm really thankful to the people who have been helped by this book.
exactly. I know there
they,
are, yeah, I was
they are
been there.
separating the right kind of the word for this.
Exactly. I was been speaking to some of the people who contributed into your book, and they was clearly stating that it was a tough task for an author to interpret in a very simple manner. Not everyone can see, everyone can teach the philosophy, everyone can teach the definition being given in the book, but it is very tough for a person to teach in a very spoon feeding in nature or very easily in nature. Like, by reading a line, the person should take into the mind. So that particular perspective or that particular model, developing that particular approach is not really easy task. Being a author, even I am been into the experience, and actually I am currently in the project of book writing, sir, which is for the post graduation entrance book for the commerce students, as well as some other government jobs for the commerce vacancies. Even I am facing a lot of issue with regards to the language usage. It's very tough,
Yes,
and the
exactly. So
website
you have to
language is
maintain some consistency also. The
exactly,
kind
sir.
of approach you have adopted in the first unit, so you have to continue with the same ideas, with the same theme till the 10th unit, likewise.
Yes,
So
sir. That particular
that's why
consistency really
yeah.
matters. Yes, sir. The patience levels really appreciable. The consistency, the approach that you're following to make the language more simpler, that is more and more essential. That is what exactly. And very recently, I have had been a talk with the UGC chairman, sir. Actually, I had been a talk with the UGC chairman. Even he has been referring your name itself. Hey, what man? Why are you worrying a
Okay.
lot? You just go to the KVS Madan series. Why are you much worrying? You just go to the bookstore, and any layman can, any shopkeeper, any book shopkeeper can really identify the KVS Madan sir at any cost. You take that book and you just read. And I
That's a
was been
wonderful news to
surprised.
me.
I was
That the
been just
UGC
surprised.
chairman they are recommending the book.
Exactly. What kind of craziness that even UGC chairman, the Mamadala Jagadish sir, is just, since he is from Telugu origin, like we had some kind of conferences with our regional coordinations are concerned. So we had a talk with the UGC president, we can say, Mamadala Jagadish sir. Even he is saying, sir, what is the suggestion that we would like to give for the potential assistant professors? Oh, nothing, man. Just find some time, go to the bookshop and find the book of KVS Madan. Irrespective of your aspirant or not aspirant, first find out and have that intensive review. You'll be getting some kind of expertise in your domain. So that is a word being said by that particular
I
gentleman.
must be I must be very thankful to him.
Exactly, sir. Exactly. One fine day, definitely, we are going to conduct an online awareness program with regards to UGC exams by the chairman. Even I have asked him for his appointment actually. So his appointment is still pending. One fine day, we'll be planning for our sessions. Sir. That is what exactly. So we
Thank
are
you so much of you.
so many good things are in progress in the pipeline.
Definitely.
Good evening, sir.
Very good evening.
Sir, this question is not related to our subject, sir. Sir,
Okay.
one question is that which situation was really inspired a lot to write the paper one and paper two of commerce?
I am very thankful
It's
to
again
ask, sir. I am really thankful for this lady who is asking the same question, and this particular lady is continuously asking me to get the answer from you all the times. But
it's a
it's
very good
finally
question,
it's very
brother.
direct. Yeah.
Ki my main objective was to help out the student in their language. Everybody would like to help the student, but going to their language, ki how they can take the prospect. So that was very important to me. So then thereafter, that was the main objective. In case I used to write the book, so I will study the same concept again and again, so that I am able to get each and everything. So that way it is important.
Sir, when do we get management subject of paper two from your end?
Paper two, I would not like to say anything at this moment, but this might happen in the future.
Some kind of external elements involvements really matters there. Sir has to satisfy some external
No,
elements in the.
that is not the case. Like, in case I am in kind of the discussion with certain people, so it may take some time. So I'm not in a position to give you the exact idea.
Okay. Yeah. Any more questions? Like we'll be winding up it with the 3 to 5 minutes. Any more questions?
Good evening, sir. Prasanna this side.
Very good
And just
evening.
want to say thank you Thank you, and thank you, Purna sir, for your efforts to bring the KVS sir here. Madan sir, thank you.
Thank you very much. So nice of you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Good evening, sir.
Very good
Uh,
evening.
First and foremost, I thank our higher dignitary Madan sir, despite your
Thank
busy
you very much.
schedule, has found time to grace this thoughtful session and equipped with ample amount of knowledge and guidance regarding paper one. And also, I thank our beloved Purna Chandra sir for creating this wonderful session and enlightening us. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you very much and stay blessed always.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Any more questions? Any
Good
more
evening,
points?
sir.
Any more
Thank you
concerns?
so much, Purna sir, and sir, the higher priority who is giving
Good
for us
evening.
excellent guidance, and we are really thankful to you both, sir, for this session. It is more informative and very, the things which we are unaware that also we came to know that by your session. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you. So nice of you.
So, any more things? Any more concerns? Yeah. At last, I would like to thank each and every participant without whom the session wouldn't be more meaningful, sensible. And my special thanks will be always with Professor KVS Madan sir, the esteemed author of for the Pearson Education, who will be really uh, accepting our request towards his presence for all the sessions on instant basis without thinking anything. So that could be really benefit for the students who are preparing for UGC NET as well as TS set examination with regards to that particular techniques or strategies, the important areas as far as the 10 topics of paper 1 is concerned. So probably in the future, we will be seeing more sessions with you, particularly specifically with some specific topics in the paper 1, possibly like logical reasoning, Indian logic, higher education, so people development and environment. We are expecting some sessions, some direct sessions to our people, like all our aspirants are concerned. So, as you all guys are aware, we have started a new batch today itself. So you people can register and you can just WhatsApp us for more details. And again, back sir, I will be more thankful for your humble time and I will be more thankful for your intensification. So for being a personality, we are not thanking you, sir. Being an intellectuality, being an element who is carrying a certain uh, some kind of intensity, some kind of desire, or some kind of outlay that you are throwing to shape the future India will be always a recommendable. And the people who are some parts of the people who are not really okay with understanding these philosophical foundations of education, after reading your book, they are coming with near approach. They are coming into the interesting zone of that particular book. So for that particular attempt that you made, will be really always a thankful, sir, and always a
Thank you
big
very much.
thanks. Always
Thank you
a
very
big
much.
thanks. Big thanks will be always for you, for your time, for your contribution, for your long-term mission, for the various disciplinaries. Not only the
And
paper
my
one.
message, my message is ki like we, in case ki we take into account ki what kind of time is left for us for the Telangana exam. So pedancy should not be tendency. So we need to be very particular. We need to be very consistent, persistent in our approach, so that we are able to qualify the exam.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So we are expecting the same thing from our aspirants with respect to their whatever the positions or whatever it might be, the consistency, the desire, the interest that definitely they will be holding in the same way, whatever it might be. So again, especially thanks for each and everyone, and special thanks for KVS Madan sir. Namaskar.
Thank you very, thank you very much. Thank you.
Namaskar. Thank you, sir. Thank you for joining, sir. And the session is
Thank
done.
you.
Yeah, yeah. Session is done. You people can leave the session. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.